Welcome, everyone, to School for Initiative Sirens and Secrets, our special twice a month campaign that has the cutting edge cosplay crew. What a mouthful of an introduction, but it's quantity and quality with this wonderful, beautifully colorful cosplay crew. And we're not always cosplayed up. Sometimes I do my makeup, sometimes they do. But in any case, go ahead and pop in. Who's ever's in chat, say hi. If you want to lurk, you're more than welcome to lurk. This is one of those streams where you'll be rewarded, embraced, and handed Kool-Aid the second you pop in a chat, and you won't look back. I am the Dungeon Master, the storyteller, the guy who gets tongue-tied very quickly and is trying to enunciate. I'm Charm, and this is the game, the crew, the D&D 5th edition homebrew game. And yeah, here we go. What's up, Tim Majima, Annie, Artemis, Monica? Everyone's popping in. Can I sign up for a lurking, or is it too late? It's too late. You can't go back. Once you are out of the shadows, you can't go back. All right. Well, if you want to know a little bit more about the characters and what's going on and all these wonderful people, you can see it on the top left of your screen. We have kind of a cycling kind of rotation. You can see the associated names and character names of everyone involved. And you can stay for the intro slide to get more information on us as a channel, our sponsors, our connections, these wonderful people, and all the projects they're doing. But just in case, I'll have them introduce themselves, who they're playing, and any social media and anything fun that's going on that you guys can check out. And yeah, so thank you, Annie, for posting that. School for Initiative. We have an Instagram, we have a Twitter, we have a Patreon, we have a Discord. I will be probably rebranding to be Old World Charm prevailingly with kind of more subcategories like School for Initiative, because I will have a D&D stream, I'll have a video game stream, I'll have other partnerships going on. So we're going to work on that. So keep your eye out for both School for Initiative and Old World Charm. And without further ado, let's go from the right to the left of the screen on Twitch, surrounded in a eerie underwater pink magical glow is Danny Darling.
Hello. I am Danny. Go by Danime Darling on Instagram, and I am playing a hermit barbarian named Mifa.
Awesome. And is there any kind of social media presence you want blasted out there into the ether, or do you just want us to just kind of keep using our intro slides and what have you?
Yeah, intro slides are great. Basically, we're just the crew from the podcast that we started this year, Cutting Edge Cosplay. So if you like cosplay, please check it out. We have like about 3 episodes up right now, and editing a 4th right now.
They're good. They know what they're talking about. And not just cosplay, but the amazing social dynamics of convention attending, not just the artistic side, but the science of making these cosplays. They're smart cookies. I highly recommend checking out all of their podcasts. All right. We have Bears playing Roger. Bears.
Hello, I am Bears. I'm BearsRar on Instagram. I am playing chaotic good wizard spy hobgoblin. Yeah, right now, mostly just keeping up with cutting edge cosplay. We've got a couple of group shoots coming up. Lots of really interesting episodes about to come out. So definitely check those out. You can also find Cutting Edge Cosplay on Instagram and soon TikTok too. So
Ooh, nice.
come find us.
Can't wait to see the TikToks. I hear that TikTok app is pretty cool. All right. Moving on to someone who is definitely has a striking presence on TikTok, Rebecca.
Hello, that's so sweet. I'm Rebecca. I go by the Rebecca Rose on Instagram and the TikTok Clock app. I am playing a character who is a water genasi, lawful evil, and her name is Lazuli.
Lazuli, nice, awesome. Well, you plugged everything in perfectly. Anything else you'd like to announce? Any projects you're working on?
No, I'm super stoked for the upcoming group shoots that Cutting Edge Cosplay has, though. Like, we've got it on lock. It's going to be great.
I just love the words group shoots. I don't know, like the aesthetic of it. Group shoot. Awesome. All right. And last but never least, we have Bunny. Take it away.
I'm Bunny, Thunder Bunny SFX on Instagram. And I'm super excited for Halloween and stuff. I know it's still a little ways away, but very excited
No, it's
for
definitely
all of
spooky
the
season.
horror
Yep.
aspects. Yeah.
Bunny is
And
our
I
go-to
am,
horror genius. So if you have
Yes.
any interest in horror at all, she's your girl.
Horror.
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 I mean, any kind of genius is a good genius as far as I'm concerned.
Right. Yeah. And I am the Goliath paladin named Azrael.
Awesome. Perfect.
So.
Well, little recap. The party has joined with House Graves, an artificer family here in the illustrious merchant lord run city of Farrakho. Farrakho is a rough and tumble place in some places. Otherwise, it is all silk and smooth and fancy mechanisms of beautiful gilded artifice. You never know what you're going to get and where you're going to get it. There could be a place hidden away in the slums dedicated to the collection of rare and beautiful art pieces, or there could be a very nasty and violent crime organization dungeon network in the high city. This is a place where the party has found themselves on just such an occasion behind a candy shop where a syndicate is performing a high stakes game for an invitation to I guess you could say, a nice, well to do event with a powerful regent in the area, one of the noble families, House Black. They have followed their benefactor who has employed them, Saracen Graves, to this place, and they have seen the gatherings, the different kind of setups and situations where there are feats of performance and music, as well as strength and accuracy. This is a place where the high table of the gambling is kind of a stage to be set. But right now, people are milling about, sizing each other up, and Saracen Graves has gently urged each of you to demonstrate your the strength of your unique characters on the room to make yourselves a bit more renowned in some way or another, so that the threat of your intimidation and abilities is enough so that you don't have to prove it in violence elsewhere should the time come. And that is where we left off. I have points, of course, to describe before we get started on that. We have in this unique stream the ability for you all as an audience to engage and affect fate itself. We have villain points, player points, villain disadvantage, and companion points. From the lowest to the highest, we have villain points, which are 200 biddies, and that allows the villains, whoever you're rooting for, to get rerolls. And we have 3 right now. Player points is for the collective group to pull from for rerolls. Those are 500 biddies, and we currently have 15. That allows them basically to avoid a nat one, hopefully, and avoid a pitfall or a terrible situation where they might accidentally attack their companion, teammate, or NPC. That is the non-player character. It's a companion. Speaking of companions, we have companion points where any allies that aren't played by them, that are played by me, that are the good guys or helpful folks like Bastion, Saracen Graves, and so on, can get rerolls from you. 500 biddies for a reroll. We have 3 currently. And villain disadvantage, we are at 0. Those are 1,000 biddies and basically guarantee the enemies pick the lower of 2 dice. That's called disadvantage. And advantage is the inverse, where you pick the 2 dice, pick the higher. We don't have a mechanism for that in place, but because the players have so many abilities and opportunities in game to achieve that. So let us start where we left off. Strolling in and seeing the room, feeling yourselves being measured, eyed up by the rough and tumble crews of multiple gangs that are in attendance. It looks to be at the high table. There are 4 seats. So there seems to be, with the joining of the final seat, 4 total criminal presences. Now, Saracen Graves doesn't really count himself a criminal presence. But at this point, you kind of all look and see that he has chosen to bring quality over quantity, and it really is on your shoulders to protect him against a more heavily outnumbered in all directions kind of vibe. It looks like any one gang has brought 2 to 1 compared to you, 3 to 1 even on some cases. So we're looking at least 8 to 12 deep per enemy gang. You can kind of make them out in kind of favored colors. There seems to be a yellow and black. There is a green and brown, and there is a red and blue. And those are the kind of color combinations. You guys stand out with the red, black, with the gold trim. Feel free to tell me what you want to do.
I'll go in
Crickets,
first.
church in the distance. Yeah, there you go.
I stomp forward and I'm willing to take my first opponent.
All right. You see several feats of strength that suit you. You have arm wrestling on a table where people have kind of thrown gold pieces, silver pieces, copper, as well as you see what looks to be a strange tradition of ice breaking as well, with bare fists and elbows, things of that nature. You see people have already gone through quite a few different feats, and what remains are those who are clearly the strongest, waiting for a new challenger.
I think I'll take that. I've got cold resist. We're good.
Oh, nice. All right.
Nice.
All right. So you see that it looks like the champion is currently boasting having broken 2 6-inch blocks. It's pretty insane, like 6-inch thick blocks of ice. That's something
I've seen
considerable.
bigger.
There you go. Love that energy. So you see that they are calling people out, and you can either go and match them at 2 blocks or go up to 3.
I think I want to go to 3. I need to
All
show
right.
off a bit.
Absolutely. So because you have cold resistance, I think that's a fun interaction that your body is not at all really that affected by cold. I'm going to give you advantage on your roll to break these ice because you knew your character, you picked something to your strength. So you're going to give me a strength athletics check. You have an athletics skill. It's actually at the top of your skills list. It's like the second or third one. That's what you're going to roll. Pick 2 dice. Roll 2 d20s and pick the highest of the 2 because you have advantage. And boom, thank you, Candy, for throwing in 2, I'm guessing 2 villain points. I just see villain, but I'm going to guess villain points.
You said out of the 2 dice that I roll, pick the highest of. Okay, so I rolled 11, and then there's 7 for athletics. So 18.
All right. You bring your fist down and smash through 3 blocks of ice. Everyone is kind of like amazed and mouths agape, eyes kind of wide, even in kind of the dim lighting of the kind of the torches around the wall. You can see people are kind of muttering excitedly to each other as you kind of just look at the flecks of ice shards that barely dug into your knuckles and just yeah, blow them off. At that point, one of the guys kind of looks and nods, and he is going to match you at 3 because you can tell there's a little trepidation that he's probably never taken on 4. But he's going to go up and try to match that energy of yours. He's a big, kind of brawny fellow. He's no Goliath by any means. So you stand kind of a good 4 inches of over him. So you're just over eye to eye. Looking down at him, but he's pretty built. So let's see if he's got a chance here. Oh, and he does. He rolls high. He gets a pretty massive smashing chop with his forearm, and he breaks his 3. And you can see for a moment he's a little surprised, but then he kind of conceals that, and he's kind of nodding and kind of just eating it up like that wasn't so hard. And he kind of looks at you and says, 4.
You got it.
All right. The crowd is going wild, and immediately money is being kind of passed around as bets are escalating. Do you guys want to get in on the betting as her teammates? Do you want to bet against her? Do you want to bet for her? Is it a chance to lose money to make money? Your call.
I mean, Mifa doesn't care about money anyway. So.
Yeah, I wouldn't
That's
be.
true.
I'll just be
Delvia
scoping
does
out
not
the
care.
scene.
We don't even have money right now, I don't think.
We're broke.
Because we spent all that platinum on those potions, which was so dumb.
I love
But
it.
here we are.
Awesome. Let's see. We have Candy gifting some subs, claiming some souls.
Nice.
Thank you so much. You got Trevuka Thane, Cupcake Alleys, Green Fay Nix, Cross the Streams, and Shooter Man Disputer Man, which I love
I like
so
that.
much. Oh God. All right. So Azrael, with advantage, roll another athletics check. It's a bit harder to break through 4, a fair bit harder, but you've been called out. I love that. Roll them dice.
I got a 19 plus 7.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
You kind of reach up and go boom and smash through 4 blocks like the sound of a thunder crack over the glacial mountainous peaks of your ancestral home. Everyone is hit with shards of ice in all directions. And there's a pause as people look down at each other and seeing what just happened, looking at each other, kind of laughing as people are covered in ice and kind of, even such obliterated powders of these shards that it almost seems like snow crystals for a moment around you.
Let it snow.
Let it snow. And everyone goes in an uproarious cheers. Even the people who lost a bet are having a good time. Alcohol is flowing from the taps of the barrels nearby, and they drink and raise their glasses to you. Oh, the beautiful pun from Prince of Gotham. I love seeing a good pun, a good dad joke. That is awesome. Love that icebreaker episode. Okay. Lindsay Lou has gifted 1d4 pleasure to each of you, which I gotta say is going to be possibly needed. Basically saying you get to add a d4 to your next roll, each of you. And Beth has kicked off our hype train as well. So thank you guys for doing that. And Red, thank you for the player points, putting us up to 17 in case these lovely ladies need rerolls. Trevor Cathane, I'm so glad you enjoyed the gift sub. Stay a while and enjoy the show. This is going to be a good one. All right. This brawny fellow once again is looking at you, nervously having 4 stacked in front of him. The money is passing more furiously than before as he gets set up and he manages to break his 4. That is an incredible close call on his part, as you can see him kind of shake his fist off and he kind of just laughs, and you can kind of see his eyes watering a little behind the snow crystals that have been thrown up. At this point, he's looking at you and he holds up 5. And that's like, it's looking like they only have just enough for maybe one last contest here. So it looks like this is it if you're in.
All right, let's try it.
Oh boy. All right, you got the pleasure from Lindsay Lou. So you two. So I'll be rolling a d4 on top of whatever you roll here. So give me that advantage roll, athletics here, and I will add a d4 for you.
Go
Lost a die.
flying.
Hang on.
Just bend and snap right back up.
14 plus 7.
All right, 14 plus 7. Are you keeping it?
21.
Or do you want to reroll? Are you confident with a 21?
I don't know. Would that do it for me, or what do I need to have? Oh.
It's that this is the most blocks that you probably has ever been accomplished. And as far as DCs go, I'll say this. 20 is pretty difficult. 25 is insanely difficult, and 30 is considered, don't even try, impossible, but who knows. But from your knowledge, considering this would be a very difficult, a master class on ice block breaking, you're looking at a possible maybe closer to 25.
25. Okay. Let's try again.
All right. I'm going to re-roll here. Go ahead and roll both dice. Try again.
Can I revert to the last option?
You cannot. Did you roll lower on both dice?
On both, I got a 4 and a 2.
All right. You got one last re-roll here. If you want to use it, you can.
Yep.
Okay. May the gods be with you.
I got a 3 or an 8.
Oh no.
So that's a little bit better than the last one.
You reach up and you smash your knuckles over the top one. And you only do you have a reaction to do?
Can I cast a minor illusion to make it look like she broke it?
Ooh, interesting. Okay. All right. Go ahead and do a sleight of hand check for me to kind of hide the casting. And Red is saying more pleasure here for all. Thank you so much, Red, giving them the bonus points left and right.
I got a 12.
All right. Are you keeping it?
Should I add to it?
Sleight of hand, yeah. Add a sleight of hand skill. If you haven't already. It's under
Yeah,
S.
I did.
Oh, you did.
What did I say? 12.
12 is not very high, especially in a
Well,
room
I'm
full of
gonna
people
add
who
this
might see
D4
it.
to it.
I'll be adding the D4s for you as we go. Yeah. So, but the question with not knowing what the result of the D4 is, essentially how this works is, are you confident that on a D4 you can get up to 16 on a 12-year-old and maximum on that 4? If we got that 4 for you, do you feel like 16 is high enough to hide your spell casting in a room full of distracted and drunk people? Granted.
Yeah, because everybody's cheering, and I would say it like as if I was cheering, but really like
you're kind of hiding the motion, hiding the incantation.
Yeah,
all right.
Everybody's hyped. I'm hyped too, but productively.
All right, let's see if anyone sees. Everyone's rolling really low, I'll say that much. Okay. Everyone around does not notice that she breaks, like she hits hard and she breaks, like we'll say she breaks 4 because that was the DC for 4 blocks. And that last one looks like it isn't broken. In the last moment of kind of a cheering excitement, as everyone kind of has that bated breath, you finish your spell and that last block looks like it's cracked. And everyone loses their minds.
Yes.
Azrael, you know in your heart of hearts that you didn't break that 5th one. You know what
Azrael,
it feels
flip
like.
the table really quick.
Yeah.
Out of excitement.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
I'm cheering about my win.
All right. You flip that table and send all the blocks of ice crashing to the ground. No proof, no evidence there to reveal the magical cheating, some of the worst kinds in the game that you could do as in the underworld. Magic cheating. But people do all the time. And all right. At that point, Azrael, you get to keep the winnings of 62 gold.
Okay, I want to share 22 of that to Roger because I have an inkling that she helped me.
Your inkling is probably kind of itching at you. I think she's the illusionist, and that seems to have been an illusion. So you could probably put 2 and 2 together, Azrael.
Yeah. 2 and 2, and I'm giving her 22.
It was a total accident. I can't take any credit. All right. So you've accomplished kind of your task. You've kind of imposed your renown in this room of libation fueled criminal organization kind of fun. Who else wants to try their hand at? There's feats of knife throwing, performance music, or dance. Yes, you can have a dance off. Absolutely. Why not? There is, there's all kinds of stuff. And if no one wants to really throw their hat in any ring, then don't worry, you don't have to. So.
Ava, you don't want to dance for your goddess?
She's like looking at her
Shake
performance
my,
skill. Like, would I
yeah, I'm
be
like,
good at this?
Cult of the Lamb style.
Oh my god. Oh yeah. Uh, I just don't really feel like I fit in here.
I like
That's
Lincoln
actually a pretty good
View's
assessment of your character.
suggestion. Where's the drink off? That sounds like a good suggestion.
There is a drink off. Absolutely.
Mm.
Like
I think I
Azrael,
need.
this is like your place. Like
I
I
know.
think you
I'm
need
like,
to shine for all
Azrael's
of
just
us.
like,
I'm like, I
Yeah.
need to celebrate my win with a drink off. That sounds great.
all right, you absolutely can find that next to the kegs, there seems to be another kind of feat of constitution being played. You've already won the feat of strength, albeit by cheating, but no one knows that. But the feat of constitution is currently being held by a very powerfully bellied, barrel-chested dwarf with a mohawk and an emerald hanging from a big gold loop earring on one side, and on another, a big dire wolf fang earring there. He's got a big bushy beard, groomed just enough that that it looks like it hasn't got any kind of remnants of food, but you can definitely smell bourbon on it as soon as you get close.
Okay, so it's already a little started. I guess I'll go over and ask to join. See if I can beat him in beer or mead drinking.
So he's definitely way shorter than you. He's about like definitely half your height being a dwarf, but he's about as broad and as as dense as you are, maybe even more so. As he kind of looks up at you and says, "Oh, you're a dainty wee thing. Are you sure you want to be drinking?"
He's probably already halfway there.
Yeah, he's kind of slurring. His eyes are kind of just.
I think I can do this.
All right then. I say we try good old firewater, eh? And he kind of points and holds up like he's like to the bartender, and the bartender comes and takes a breath, puts down two flagons of a bubbling, like a bubbling brew of some kind that it's like a hot cider kind of I guess you could say as far as like a texture is concerned, but the smell, it's like it's like the kind of alcohol that would clean rust off metal is the smell that hits you. Your eyes water. It's like the hardest cognac you've ever smelled, and then add a little bit of like machine part cleaner.
Wow. All right.
They say dwarven livers are genetically superior to even you, Goliath. I'd like to see your body do this. And he goes, and he slams it back.
I mean, I'm not one to back away from a challenge. Yeah.
All right.
So
And he like gargles it and then swallows. And he's laughing as he just finishes. And he kind of has a like one little. All right. Go ahead and give me a constitution saving throw.
okay, is
So
that
so you go to your saving throws, top of your character sheet. Should be a saving throw section, and there's like 6 different stats of the saving throws. Not the
okay?
stats themselves, but you usually might be proficient, you might not. I
Okay.
don't know if a paladin if you are proficient, so it might just be
Constitution is 3.
then that's what you're going to be adding. Yeah.
Okay. Am I rolling 1d20?
You're just rolling 1d20 here, as you do not have any racial or class bonuses to this. The one thing you can do as a paladin, though, pro tip, is if you are poisoned, you can lay on hands yourself for 5 points of lay on hands healing and remove a poison. So if you fail and are poisoned on this, and basically you feel your body starting to fail from the alcohol poisoning, you can remove that and keep going.
Oh fuck yeah. Wait, is that another form of cheating?
You know what? I mean, he's kind of using he's kind of using his dwarven poison resistance to his benefit. So if you can sneak it,
yeah, I
if
mean,
you
this
don't
is
get
the
caught,
underground anyway.
it doesn't
the black
matter.
market.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. 2.
2.
Plus a 3. I'm
No.
rolling terribly today.
Do you want to reroll?
Yes, please.
All right,
You know
get
what?
that
I'm gonna
reroll.
switch my die.
Yeah,
Maybe
switch the
it's
dice. Send that
just-
one. We have dice jails that we'll be
Yeah,
selling on
like,
the
let's-
Scroll for Initiative Etsy shop that we're making.
Oh,
here.
thank God! I
That's
rolled a
so
20.
cute.
Oh, a nat
Okay.
20.
Yes.
Holy
I'm gonna keep
shit.
using this die for now.
All right. Yes. So now, so you are immune to let's see. It is called let's see. Dwarven Scorch Core mead. And it is as a mead in dwarven culture is harder than most hard alcohols in any other culture. So this isn't even the hardest things that dwarves can bring to the table. Those things are reserved for almost dwarf only events because people will die if they share that. This is like their strongest, maybe someone will die, maybe not kind of mead. And you just now developed an immunity to it with a nat 20. Like you think this is your thing. You think you could literally spit it on a torch and cause a fireball to a little effect to happen.
Yes.
Um,
I'm invincible.
Yep. You're that's what nat 20s kind of tend to do sometimes. All right. So he is kind of staring at you and amazed that you haven't even bat an eye at this. And he goes, I'm thinking we're gonna have to kick it up a notch.
Okay.
And he unscrews his leg.
Oh my God.
What?
the heck?
And the prosthesis
Oh,
out he
no.
pulls a flask. He screws his leg back on and it smells. It
Oh
smells
my
like
God.
stinky nub. Stinky, sweaty leg nub.
Okay.
And he unscrews it and he kind of holds it away from his face and he says, You seem brave. Oh, you're dumb. Let's find out which is which. And he
I'm
kind
never
of
gonna emotionally
pours it
recover
out
from this.
in both. And he kind of screws it back on and he kind of sets the flask down on the table. And he says, If you beat me, I'll give you my flask. And you look at it and it's dwarven craft luxury, like a
Oh.
gold and platinum jeweled flask.
Like a real flask, not his leg flask. Got it. Okay.
Well, I mean, he pulled the flask out of his prosthetic leg, but
Oh,
his
okay.
prosthetic leg isn't the flask itself. It's just where he keeps it.
I'm just envisioning pouring out of like a fake leg. Okay. got
No,
it.
no. That we haven't gotten that drunk yet.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
All right. So go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw again.
12. Plus 3. So 15.
All right. When I forgot you have pleasure as well here.
Oh.
Nice. All right. This hits you like a train filled with bricks. As high as you rolled, you were definitely stronger in athletics than you are at drinking. As it feels like Mike Tyson hits you right in the esophagus, it just feels like your ribs the muscles in your esophagus tighten and burn as you feel just an absolute desire to throw up what you just put in your body. Thankfully, you're able to hold it back and down, but you are now effectively poisoned. This brings us to the possibility of you removing that poison with your paladin-lay on hands, but you'd have to be sneaky if you didn't want anyone to see you removing that poisoned effect from you.
Okay, let's try that out.
All right. Give
Like,
me
now I want to be poisoned.
give me a sleight of hand check to hide you kind of. You can like basically imagine touching any part of your body subtly and a little bit of a glow emits from your hands and drains the toxins out.
Okay.
But
Am I rolling a d20 again?
at D20, you're going to go down your spell or skill list, sleight of hand.
Give me a minute. Actually, I've got another one. This
All
one
right,
isn't in
yeah,
jail.
just
9.
9.
And then was there something else that I was supposed to add to that or no? Oh, sleight of hand is
If you
plus
have
2.
sleight of hand,
Plus 2.
2. All right, so a total of 11. Are you keeping it, or do you want to try and roll for higher?
I should probably try to roll for higher, shouldn't I?
I mean, I imagine being caught is a bad thing in this situation. Honor among
Okay.
thieves being what it is.
Let's try again. Hope for the best. I guess we'll
All
see.
right.
Okay, 14. Much better.
There
Plus
you go.
2. So
All right.
16.
16 is way better.
Mm.
No one catches on. Like I said, people are not so sharp when they're drunk or when they're distracted by all kinds of things going on. But at that point, the dwarf kind of looks at you and says, "Well, you're not dead, and you didn't throw up, but I'm still standing a little bit, mostly.
On the one
So we'll
leg.
call it a draw."
Yeah. Best friends?
And he falls over.
Oh,
And that
Perfect.
everyone cheers as
Ooh.
a fella kind of helps picking his buddy up and goes, "You won this flask. It's all yours."
Already did. Oh, yes. I'm just getting all the goodies.
I am not standing next to her.
Mifa's like, Delvia, I'll take that.
Put my shield up between us. Oh
Yeah.
god.
God.
I mean, I bathe every 4 hours, so I'm pretty sensitive to the.
Right, I probably stink even more now.
Oh yeah.
The one
Oh,
that
yeah.
bathes in the rain.
It's bad. It's bad. It is quite the aroma. Go ahead and remove 5 lay on hands points off of your character sheet for removing the poison off of yourself. For those everyone is taking notes right now, that paladins make the best drinking competition characters, up there with monks who eventually become immune to alcohol altogether. So
Oh wow.
yeah, drunken master. There you go. Um,
Is
all right.
there a band playing?
There is.
Is there an empty spot at the drums?
Absolutely.
Okay, I think I'm going to show off a little bit over here
Ooh.
and use my. Can I use my athletics?
So you would have to use your performance to play an instrument. If you have
Okay.
proficiency in any instruments on your character sheet, which would be in like on the left near languages on your character sheet.
Nope.
Sometimes people have like a weird gaming set, music, or vehicle proficiency. It kind of pops up depending on what you are.
Okay. Yeah, my kind of thought process was I was gonna like rage at the drums.
Rage and just
And that would
destroy the
be-
drum set.
And that
'Cause
would,
like I said,
instead of
it's-
actually having any talent.
I feel like we all know a band like that. All right, go ahead, and if you want, go ahead and rage. Give yourself advantage on your athletics check and just basically beat the shit out of a drum set. And let's hope that these people who are already a rough and tumble kind of like a metal, the people playing are of a metal genre, you could say. So that will at the very least will bring a lot of noise to bear.
Would I just do like a D20 for that?
Yeah, D20 with advantage, because you said you want to kind of rage and bring out the full power of your character here.
Okay. So I got a 17 for the first roll.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, 17. Let's go 17.
So 17, and then you have is that plus, and is that plus your athletics? Let's add your
Plus
athletics to
7.
this. Plus 7. So 17 plus 7 is 24 plus pleasure. All right. You obliterate, like you like kick through the drum, kick it into the air, and then start smashing everything around mid. Like you're just destroying it. It's more of it looks like someone's like just having a battle with the drums more than playing it. And at that point, the drummer comes out of the restroom and sees this and is just like, as his very expensive drum kit is obliterated, but everyone is having a good time except for him, watching you destroy the drums. And the other bandmates are either giving you signs of approval or too scared of you to give you signs of anything less than approval, out of fear of their instruments or their bodies being broken the way you destroyed the drums.
Do I have like a standing ovation, or can I like read the crowd at all?
The crowd is loving that shit. The crowd doesn't give a like, they don't care about other people's belongings as long as shit is going wild, and that is exactly what's happening.
I just want to like breathe fire at the end and then walk away.
Breathe fire. Do you have the ability to breathe fire, right?
It was some other alcoholic beverage that Bunny had on her, or
There was like
sorry.
a potion of fire breathing or something.
Azriel had. Oh, she's muted.
Oh, that's right. You're muted.
Yeah, I still have a half a bottle of that, but since she took 2 drinks of it or
That's
something,
right.
yeah.
Okay, you did have that from last session. Go ahead and roll with advantage performance check at this point, because the crowd is about to throw money at you in a big way when you start breathing fire.
19 plus 1.
That's honestly, that's all you needed.
Yeah.
And you get, you make, let's see,
A lot of fans, hopefully.
a lot of fans
I'm
out
gonna
of
start
the 3
signing.
crews. And you make 119 gold from that display.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna be so blessed after this, guys.
So
No idea.
blessed.
I
It
mean, I
is,
have
yeah,
to-
it was
I have to grab a
brutal.
pen. I'll be back.
You're like, oh yeah, notes.
I need to write stuff.
I actually haven't taken notes the whole time, so I probably should grab some kind of pen.
At the very least, like names
Utensils.
help. Like, you know, if you ever like, that person might be important.
What was the gold that I had received?
119 gold pieces are effectively what is yeeted at you from all sides. And it, while it isn't exactly a graceful and dignifying experience to pick it off the ground, it's a lot of gold. So
Cool.
So while all of this incredible shenanigans are happening, obviously I'm paying a little bit of attention,
Sure.
but also I want to know 2 things, as like from the time that I saved Azriel from getting beat up
Mhm.
to the time the fire breathing happens.
Mhm.
I'm keeping an eye on our patron. I want to know what our patron is doing, and I also am curious what the hobgoblins are doing.
Okay. So the hobgoblins are, it looks like staying near the entrance to this kind of stairwell that was kind of brought down. They seem to be kind of just guarding this floor, keeping away from everyone else. Your patron, Saracen, has kind of decided to eventually sit down at the table, where he is having a conversation with one of the other, what looks like leaders, who looks to be a hobgoblin folk himself. You don't recognize this hobgoblin. He doesn't seem in any way of a kinship to even a tribe. He seems to be fully acclimated to city life. Maybe he was born here, or maybe he quickly removed any sign of him being an outsider to quickly gain power. You're not sure.
What are his colors?
Let's see. He is of the red blue.
Does he have an accent?
You can't hear over the din, as the high table is a good league away from anything else that's going on. It's kind of a private setup for the gambling table.
Are all of the hobgoblins around red blue, or just him?
He is wearing red blue. It looks like all the hobgoblins associated at the door are red blue as well. You've kind of quickly surmised this is kind of home turf for
Interesting.
for this association, as they kind of might have the candy shop as their front.
Okay.
And did I tell you the name of the candy shop? I'm trying to remember.
I don't think so.
It was called Hobgobbles.
No, you
Oh
definitely
my
didn't tell us
God.
that.
Hobgoblin.
And it's like this cartoonish hobgoblin sticking as many lollipops and Jolly Ranchers and Jawbreakers into their mouth with the fangs sticking out.
Love
Oh,
that.
welcome 13 Kittens. Awesome name. I'm glad you enjoyed your
Aw.
gifted sub. And welcome. Yes, they are wonderful and bringing their A game here. So glad you're enjoying it.
Okay. Since all the other hobgoblins are sticking to the edges, I'm also kind of sticking to the edges and not necessarily volunteering to do anything.
Mhm.
Kind of mirroring their actions, but
Okay.
also like kind of making a point of, we are not, I'm one of you, but I understand that we're not on the same team, kind of. Like,
Okay, so like bringing like
like
a
bro fronting at the bar.
right,
Yeah.
like it's someone you can tell that you're wearing different jerseys, kind of energy, but you come from the same town, and you can hear their accents, kind of that kind of vibe where it's like, I know where you're from, even though we're not on the same team. And there's a diligent assessment of each other that is still rooted in respect, like eyeing each other up and down, but not mean mugging. Um, all right. And at that point, looks like the uh, high table gets the last member to sit down, a fellow in black and yellow, accompanying, following the member in brown and green. And the brown and green fellow is a very, I would say, memorable woman, because her hair looks to be made of vines, plant life, with like autumn leaves sprouting in it here and there. A very complementary kind of orange touch to the faint green that blends in with the green and brown of her attire. The figure in the black and yellow is a dwarf that kind of climbs up into the chair, and you can kind of hear a announcer from one side of the room usher in quiet, and it isn't picked up immediately, but it's one of those, like back in school when someone actually could see that the future was just waiting, and everyone was like, hey, shut the hell up. And it kind of radiated around a presence, and it looks like the high table is kind of gazing out to their respective parties with an intensity, not a command of respect, but an expectation that everyone here is going to punish their people worse than anything else should they embarrass them. And you can see the Saracen's mask does glide in your guys' direction, but his body language doesn't change from its casual, calm, if not somewhat amused, as he kind of leans an arm over his chair back at you guys as the others kind of wait for the room to be ushered into that silence. The game is about to start. We have our figureheads, guests of honor each, as we hold court over the game. A card game with the spoils being whatever ante anyone wants to bring into play, the final prize being an invitation to the grand ball of Lord Black. The 4 houses in attendance, and everyone laughs because this figure is playing light to the nobility of things when no one here, except for Saracen, is of a house. The rest are gangs. It's like dressing a dog in a tux and calling it a good little gentleman is kind of the comedic energy of calling these rough and tumble types houses. Everyone kind of has a chuckle at that as the announcer smiles and says, we will be celebrating peace and fair play. Please make sure that this event does not devolve, like other events in the past, into violence. You may watch your benefactors, your leaders, your chieftains, but you may not interfere unless called upon. This is now the main event of the night. Enjoy your libations and support your origins, your allies. But make no mistake, this is a place where cheating won't be tolerated. And he casts an eye on everyone. And we have planted certain members to be discreet amidst the group all around you to make sure nothing is afoot. But perhaps that's saying too much, as who among you would even try? This, after all, is a place of honor, even among thieves. And he raises a glass, and everyone raises their glass and yells, "Honor among thieves!" Clinking their horns and glassware and steins to everyone around them. All right. And at that point, the game starts as the announcer moves forward to sit at the last spot at the table as the dealer and starts dealing out the cards. And the game is getting to be played. There is clearly a boundary that stands about 10 feet away from the table now in all directions. That's the groups have gathered in clumps of 8 and 12 respectively, of their right behind the shoulders of their leader, maintaining that respectful distance away from the table of 10 feet.
Is there anybody who I can see that might be paying extra attention to the other patrons?
Ooh, yeah, do
I'm
a
looking for the other spies.
you can do a perception or insight. Perception kind of allows you to kind of see something that might indicate someone physically in some way or another. Might be something. Insight is kind of gauging behavior of the crowd and kind of trying to find someone who doesn't match your choice and which one you want to use.
I'm gonna use insight. And I lost my. Okay. I was able to perceive my dice on the floor. Aha, 19 plus
Nice.
2, 22. No, 21.
All right, with some pleasure. Trying to make. Not only are you able to discern a spy, but perhaps several, as you see 4 different figures who each on their own are paying more attention to the people around them than the game itself. Give me a deception check if you want to hide the fact that you're kind of marking them too, as they're kind of looking.
13 plus 3, 16.
All right. Let's see if they are able to spot you. Looks like none of their gaze passes over you with kind of any kind of lingering element to it.
Okay. Do I have another move?
Yeah, absolutely. You guys are kind of in this kind of free
Can I
form.
detect thoughts of the one closest to me?
Yes. Go ahead and see if you can sleight of hand cast that. So
7, 8, 9.
all right. Let's see, a 9 total.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. The one closest to you, his head snaps on you and kind of like looks right you in the eyes as you kind of cast the spell. And immediately you feel a sense of ominous, foreboding, really bad, like you might have just crossed a line energy. As he kind of starts putting his hand to his ear and starts whispering into his palm.
I'm going to look as hobgoblin-y as humanly possible.
As humanly possible. You can hear his thoughts anyway. His surface thoughts seem to be, there's a mage among us. I've got to report it. We'll see what the master of ceremonies wants done. I suspect trickery from the House of Graves.
Sorry, guys.
Oh no.
Okay.
I mean, you haven't actually done anything bad yet. You're just trying to be aware for your master. Right?
Can he tell that it's from me, or does he think it's like from my general direction? Because I'm looking like
so he doesn't know.
like beastly now.
Yeah, so
Trying to play it
what this
off.
person clearly knows is that you've casted an incantation. Whether they heard or saw something, you're not sure how they caught on, but it
Okay.
looks like your spell did go off, so there was nothing interfering with your magic, but this one's awareness was close enough to pick up on it. That, and you rolled low. So
We'll
at
see
that point,
that.
you're watching them, the spies, starting to move through the crowd towards you in a surrounding fashion.
Does Lazuli notice this happening?
I don't know if Lazuli can hear you guys.
Yeah,
She's
she's working on some
currently
technical
working on her technical
difficulties.
difficulties.
Do you have
So
the
it would
cloak of
be nice if I
invisibility?
could have someone to
Is there
help.
is there a way that I can like kind of physically step in the way to,
So
I don't
here's
know,
the
make
thing.
things not as noticeable?
Everything I've described is only in the awareness of Vargur. So you'll have to do a
Yeah.
perception check
Uh,
to see any of this.
to even
They've
notice.
noticed, because you've just been having a good time.
You know, I'm drinking
That
weird
makes
fire
sense.
water and shit.
Yeah.
Maybe if I accidentally stumble into the way without
But like I
really
said,
knowing what I'm doing.
your character has to have some awareness, or even an accidental element of stumbling here. Couldn't even
Okay.
guarantee to be in the right direction.
Sure, let's
Mhm.
try. Let me stumble.
All right, looks like Lazuli is back.
I stumbled a 17 plus whatever I might have to add if I'm supposed to add something.
All right, so your character kind of throws their shoulder kind of drunkenly forward, causing kind of someone to elbow you and kind of say, "Hey, get off me." And it kind of causes kind of a space, and a threat of a fight almost breaks out before one of the kind of people, one of these members of what looks like another crew, kind of goes, that's not necessary. Let's just enjoy the game, shall we? And it looks like they're not even paying attention to you and this person. Their eyes are locked beyond you. And you can see that this person is slowly moving the crowd against the grain towards Ragur, um, among the crowd, kind of serpentining through, and not even moving like um, a member of that gang, despite them wearing possibly ambiguous amalgamation of colors.
Lazuli, do you know what's going on?
Nope.
Okay.
Not a clue.
So we're all surrounding the actual game is about to start. And I caught on to the fact that there are a couple of spies in the crowd. So
Okay.
I did detect. What did I do?
Detect thoughts, yeah.
Detect thoughts, looking for the spies, and I found them.
Okay.
Well, it doesn't matter. I found them.
But they
And then
noticed.
I used detect thoughts. Well, I used something to find them, and then I used detect thoughts to read their minds to see what they were going to do.
Uh-huh.
And that tipped one of them off, who tipped off the rest of them, and so now they're coming towards me. So what I'm wondering is, because we're both wizards,
Mm-hmm.
and because she's pretty attentive anyways, would she have maybe noticed that I was trying to do something?
Yeah, I'll say if she was standing next to you, she could have seen you cast a spell, because being a spellcaster, she knows what those hand movements and those words mean.
Mm-hmm.
So Lazuli will just
So
catch you
they're
up and just
coming
say,
towards me, and I can't do anything anymore.
yeah.
And
I'm trying
Got
not to
it.
be.
And
Great.
I
This is
kind
going
of
Stay
well.
suspicious.
I kind of stumbled and caused a distraction and realized that people were coming towards us too. So I would like to try and somehow maybe cause more of a distraction to kind of get the focus off of Rager, or change the focus to something else if I can, unless Lazuli is able to step in and do some other wizardy shenanigans to fix this situation.
Can I fix it? Probably not. Can I distract? Yes. I'm going to cast Dancing Lights, which creates 4 torch-sized lights, or glowing orbs. And they're very beautiful, very distracting, very bright. And each orb kind of goes to the different colored tables and mimics the colors of that table as kind of its
Ooh.
own personal show.
Yeah, you're kind of making like a light show based on the gangs. That's
Right.
cool.
Oh,
All right.
pretty.
All right. The mood of the room from kind of the fight between Ezreal and this one person is kind of settling more. Give me a perception check, Lazuli, as you kind of see figures moving against the grain of the crowd towards your position, towards house, basically the section dedicated to you four as house Graves employees, guards. So
15.
you can see definitely four. It looks like almost perhaps they might be mages, they might not be, but there's four of them, kind of in this ambiguous, like they have a little bit of a color of each gang on them, and it seems like as they walk by someone of that gang that shifts to match them as they move through the crowd. You can definitely tell that these people are moving with an intense laser-like focus on Rarker.
Okay. Don't like that. Because clearly they're up to something. It's highly sus. But they're not attacking yet, so I don't want to do a shield or anything. But I'm going to kind of walk in their way.
Okay.
So
They're
kind
coming
of
from four
between.
different directions, one
Oh, okay.
each.
Okay.
Okay,
so
so if
Azrael's
you
in
block one
way.
side, I'll block the other. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Divide and conquer.
Where am I in the
You are
in all
right
of
next
this?
to
Hiding
them
in a
because
corner somewhere?
you're probably all in the same clump for the job of behind Graves in that section. Everyone's in their own sections behind their respective chieftain, leader, head of house
Okay.
at the table. So
I don't
wherever
necessarily think I would like leave him. I feel like everyone's kind of moving away, so I kind of feel like I need to watch his back, but
Okay,
I
yeah.
still kind of want to make sure if there's anybody like coming towards in my direction that I can try to step in the way as well. But I think I would probably prioritize our employer maybe.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I can't leave him unguarded. That's true. All right. So Lazuli and Azrael, how do you kind of interfere at this point as two are closing in on Azrael, two are closing on Lazuli? Like I said, not paying attention to you guys specifically, kind of looking and almost whispering to themselves into their hands, weirdly enough.
How close are they at this point?
Within 5 feet.
Hmm. How good is our hearing slash how okay, never mind. How loud is it with everything else that's going on? Are we able to hear what they're saying since they're within 5 feet, or is it loud enough with the other stuff that's going on that we can't hear it?
Right now, the musicians are playing kind of more of a subtle ambient noise or ambient noise kind of melody, with the ambiance kind of being more like letting the card game have its focus. There's kind of rushed or hushed whispers, rushed voices, kind of trying to get what they're saying quietly and quickly done so they don't disturb or get, anything kind of marked against them, not knowing what the mood is of the table. Every now and then, some person will be talking a little too loud, and their head of house will kind of look at them, or their leader or chieftain will kind of give them like a stray kind of glare, and then go back to the game. And they kind of that silence, that quiet is low. So you'll be able to hear, if you strain your ears, what the whispers of these people are.
Okay. I would like to try to listen the best I can, but I'm not going to attack or anything. I'm more on the defense depending on what they do. Like if they're trying to actually do something towards Riker, or if I could be viewing the situation
Okay.
more aggressively. Like I don't want to be
Wait.
aggressive.
I have an idea. Okay. Hang on, I'm thinking it through. Can I cast friends on the one who noticed me?
Absolutely.
Okay. I want to cast friends on the one who noticed me. And because like they're kind of like, oh, friendship is magic is the vibe that I'm going for.
Mhm.
My plan is to turn to them. I went from like being like dumb brute to like obviously that didn't work. So I'm gonna be like, okay. Oh, hey, you. Long time no see.
Okay.
Didn't we fight together once?
All right. Go ahead and do a deception check at advantage now that you've casted the spell on them.
Got 19 plus 3
Nice.
and 4 plus. Let's go 19 plus 3.
At that point, they kind of walk up to you and kind of look kind of confused and go, I do know you. I just came to warn you that I noticed that you'd cast a spell, and it's up to my discreet duty to make sure you're not giving an advantage to your master, your employer.
Kind of put out my hands, just like, no wands here.
Do a deception check again at advantage because they're, like I said, they're enchanted.
20.
Nat 20.
Ooh.
Nice. He kind of looks down at your hands and kind of shrugs and says, I must be mistaken. And he kind of goes, I misread that. Must not have been an incantation. Back to positions. And he says, you understand the nature of security, keeping the peace, making sure no spells are being cast,
Of course.
taking away the autonomy of the individuals present.
Games have to be won on merit.
Yes, exactly.
Sorry. Would you help me cheat before? I didn't say that out loud.
At that point, he kind of walks away, and the others are kind of confused.
In the meantime, I need to find a dark closet or something. And
is there a bathroom?
Disguise myself, because pretty soon he's going to realize that I use magic to influence him and become very hostile, and I don't want that.
All right.
So I gotta go.
Gotta
Check
go
the little
bye.
goblin's room and go.
Big
change.
goblins. I mean, little goblins get annihilated. Big goblins room.
The big goblins room. All right.
Hob sized at least.
Hob size, yes. All right, go ahead and how are you going to disguise yourself? Magically, or how?
Well, I guess I kind of have to, right?
Yeah, I mean, essentially, you have to find either different clothes or different appearance, something of that nature.
I want to. I'll be immediately noticed in any of the house attire.
Unless you're like such a different race.
But the houses would probably notice.
Oh, in a
I'm
different
not
house
one
attire.
of them. So I'm gonna do actually their spy attire. And
You're
I'm
look
going
like a
to
fifth spy.
Yeah. And I'm gonna just look like a human spy.
Okay. What spell?
Disguise self.
All right. Make sure I'm familiar with this spell. Clothing, armor, weapons, perfect. Okay. Perfect. Last an hour, doesn't require concentration. You are good. Okay, go into the bathroom, cast a spell, come out looking like one of the kind of more ambiguous, one of the most ambiguous figures, because the spies themselves are very ambiguous looking, and to the point where if one wasn't aware of where the other three were at, you might just pass off as one of the four unless they're all together. So you're actually made a pretty solid call. I respect the tactical choice here to do that. As you now realize you might not be able to join your party as yourself, how are you going to reintroduce yourself to them discreetly?
I'm not going to.
Okay, you're going to stay on the outskirts then.
And then there were 3.
And then number 3.
Gosh, she's taking forever in
She fell in, had to have.
Right. How, it's the drinks maybe. Hobgoblin food sensitivities. It's a thing. In any case, you guys can give me a perception check, all of you.
8.
6.
10.
Wait, is this plus like the...
Plus perception is a skill, yeah.
Oh, okay, then 9.
9. Okay, 8 to 9. All right. Who got the highest?
Asriel. Oh, wait, no, Mifa, you got 10.
Yep.
All right. You kind of look around, don't know where Rarger is. You guys are looking around, keeping a track of anything, don't see any threats. The game is going smoothly, though you do kind of pick up on Mifa's, one of the guys is coming back and hurrying up to you. One of the figures in these kind of form changing robes. They change to leathers, they change to fabrics, they change their colors as they kind of walk by people. And they come next to you and they turn, of course, to a gilded red black. And he says, "Where was that hobgoblin? The one with you? She cast a spell on me, and I will not let this go unchecked."
I thought that magic wasn't allowed here. I was gonna
Ergo, I am trying to ascertain where they fled to. Are they still here?
People in our group can do magic?
Do deception checks, you guys. Lazuli's like, why is magic?
When is
Oh
magic?
no!
I rolled a
3.
17.
Oh, nice.
Can I reroll? Do I
Yeah,
have any
please
rerolls?
do.
Was there anything that I add to that or no?
Oh, nat 20.
Oh,
One.
nice.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
just gonna pretend like I'm still
Deception.
deaf from playing the drums. And
Yes, there you go.
Yeah, and I rolled
Ah.
17 plus 3,
You
so
guys are solid.
total 20.
He
Yeah.
Nice.
He's so exasperated. He just
We're just so good at playing dumb. We
he
got
rushes
this.
past you guys.
we
He
have
goes,
a lot of experience, okay?
"Ah, never mind," and just goes through the crowd.
Oh my gosh.
Amazing.
Yes.
Amazing.
Good to have
Ooh.
solid friends.
Yeah. This is an example of good friends right here. Absolutely true, you guys. I love this energy you guys have brought. All right. So it gets pretty awesome across the next several minutes. Saracen looks to be winning many hands until it comes down to him and the dwarf of the yellow and black kind of look. At that point, you guys are kind of seeing some more kegs being brought down from up. So it looks like refills. Everyone's really happy about that. The kegs are kind of being brought around to the sides of the room. Let's see. Just for quick and easy, what's everyone's passive perception? So I can describe a couple things here.
12.
Where's the passive perception?
It's right underneath.
Oh, and
the-
under senses on the lower left corner, right?
Mhm.
Or-
Oh,
14.
Oh,
12.
11.
All right, and Lazuli.
12.
Okay. Mifa,
Yes.
you notice that there are no more hobgoblins whatsoever present. It looks like they have perhaps discreetly left after maybe losing or kind of being pushed off the table. Their leader might have left, but there's no more here. Lazuli, you notice that several of the people remaining of the brown and gold woman's kind of members are still wanting to make wages and are trying to bet between Saracen and the dwarf. They are being very divided. Try not to be loud, but there's a lot of wealth passing between hands there, setting up this kind of final play. Let's see. Azrael, you notice the kegs are leaking. The new kegs, not all of them are leaking, but several of them just are not well made. And Rarger, you notice, let's see. You had let's see, with your what was your passive? Was it
12?
12. All right. You can tell that the one that's looking for you is kind of gathered with the other spies. And one looks to be being sent up the stairs, while the other three are kind of going across the entirety of this large room, even going so much as one of them going to harass the musicians trying to find you. They seem to be holding what looks to be some sort of rock, that little crystal that's glowing, each of them as they wander around.
And that's not magic?
Oh, good.
It is magic.
Things I should have paid attention to, and I might have if I was playing a rogue. Are there other exits other than right through the candy shop?
It does not look like it. No. Terrible fire hazard.
Can I make a minor illusion of that same rock and go through the candy shop?
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm going to pretend I'm also looking for me and go through the candy shop with a glowing rock illusion.
That's fantastic.
Okay. Bye.
All right. As you're way up, a figure.
Sorry, everyone. Good luck. I'm out of here.
That's fair. No, you're leaving as your way up. There's a figure, like a Jason Statham looking kind of guy with a scar across his nose, and he kind of smiles and says, because I'm trying to think, you're disguised as a plain human.
As a human spy, one of the ones that are looking.
Like one of the almost like these referee types, yeah. He kind of says, "Governor," as he kind of gently kind of moves around you, and it looks like he's behind him. It looks like there's about 15 well dressed, like robes with their sleeves cut off, kind of rough and tumble types, but they're well dressed, and they're each, as they're passing by, pulling their hubcaps and kind of just tipping it in your direction as they go down.
Well, my hobgoblin ways are kind of taking the better of me, and I'm just like gruffly like.
That's awesome. I love that little like tidbit of who you really are, kind of poking through.
Keeping going, but I'm not letting them be like better than me.
All right. Let's see. You kind of go upstairs, and where are you heading?
For now, I'm kind of gonna find a dark alley near the.
Yeah, you're kind of step out of the
I don't necessarily want to leave because I want to stay part of the action, but gotta get out of the sight lines a little bit.
All right, so you kind of step out of the candy shops next to an alleyway, and just in because this is the only entrance and exit. If those guys leave, you'll be able to see them. Like if the people looking for you just decide to head to the streets, you're not sure if they'll leave, but if they do, you'll be the first to kind of spot that. All right. At that point, you guys downstairs.
You gotta cosplay as the guys with the wizard vests with no sleeves next time, though.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Amazing.
Arm no sleeves.
There you go. I've been bulking for just this reason. just a jacked wizard with a hat like a
Yes,
McGon-
the
like a
hat.
like a
The hat.
McGonagall's attire, but sleeveless is my
I
goal.
love it.
Just ripped off.
Oh
McGonagall.
yeah, it has to be ripped off.
McGonagall. Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay. So
Oh, that needs to be a t-shirt.
I actually literally have a Harry Potter robe that I think I might just tear up just for this.
Do it.
my
I have to see if it even comes with sleeves. I don't even know. I don't remember.
Not for
But
long.
not for long. Oh my god. John Cena, cloak of invisibility. You can't
No,
see
no,
him.
no, no.
Oh no.
All right. So rant over. You guys see this Jason Statham figure kind of come down the steps. And at this point, he kind of pushes through the crowd and he pulls up a seat at the high table, much to the kind of shock of everyone else. He kind of sits back and throws his feet up on the card table. And a lot of the chips fall over. And he says, well. Looks like you lovelies are having a game without me. And he kind of casts his eyes around the room, and you can hear whispers of, oh shit, it's Devilfish. And Mifa and Lazuli, you recognize this captain, as he once was, of a ship that you once stole, believing him dead after killing his crew.
Woohoo.
This is
Juicy.
a man as Devilfish. People immediately, there's an aura of fear. And yeah, definitely a lot of like the standard kind of guards of people. Saracen seems unshaken, but there's definitely something to his body language that's kind of is acknowledging this man as a threat. As he kind of looks around and says, now I know I was exiled by my own family. And here we are, my hard work with the criminal underbelly absolutely uprooted, and I am to be replaced by my big brother of all people, Saracen.
I'm just using my giant ass like shield to
My
just start
giant
fanning
ass.
myself.
I was like,
This
what
is
are you
too
using your
much.
giant ass for? Oh, it's a giant ass shield, yeah.
The shield.
I need to make a distraction. Quick, drop your weapon.
Or were you talking about my giant axe?
There it
Yes.
is, the giant axe.
Yeah.
And mine over here. I wish it would just fly
Both,
over to me.
you have to take a double take when you walk by.
Yeah, that axe. All right, so at this point, the dwarf kind of just goes, who the hell do you think you are? Walking up like you in the place. Why, and in a flash, this man pulls what looks to be a wire out of his glove, and it looks to be razor wire, like it's just a sharp serrated, almost like those type of saws that you like, replaceable saw blades. And it's like a wire saw blade, and he wraps it over the dwarf's head and slides it down to his neck, slicing his ears off so that they're just bleeding stumps in front of everyone, spraying violently. He kicks the chair out from the dwarf as the dwarf falls to the ground screaming. And before the scream can even be fully expressed from the volatile explosion of his lungs, shocking everyone out of the silence, stopping the music from playing, Devilfish stomps the heel of his thick studded boots into the dwarf's mouth, so you hear a crunch of the jaw. He says, I'm not someone who likes being interrupted. Now, this is a family matter, isn't it, Saracen?
I mean, the dwarf was pretty drunk. Did he really feel all of that?
Different dwarf. That was that dwarf. The dwarf drinking buddy, that was his boss.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say anything.
All right. At that point, a lot of the crew immediately are like the dwarf guys are drawing their weapons. Everyone's kind of getting ready for anything, but there's a standstill, and Devilfish snaps his fingers, and you guys can see with your passive perception, a man, two figures on either end of the room, on the far end of the room, pull torches off the wall and hang them over the ground. It is at this point you guys can get a whiff of the smell of those kegs wasn't alcohol. It looks like whoever brought those kegs in has filled this room with possibly oil, if not something a bit more flammable, and has soaked it everywhere near the escape. And so you guys are semi-circled in with the threat of being burned alive. And Devilfish is kind of holding his finger up.
This escalated quickly.
It did.
Oh dear.
If I noticed they were
Um,
leaking, how did I not realize that it wasn't actually alcohol?
Because you'll drink anything.
Yeah.
Fair.
You literally
Yeah.
drank something that smelled like it cleans pipes a moment ago.
Fair.
The internal pipes is
Yeah,
what he was
the
talking
internal
about.
pipes. So laxative. What? At this point, he goes, now I had a rumor, Saracen. I had a rumor that you were serving a great battle and were mortally wounded. Is that what this mask of yours is? Hiding a wound? Because I heard another rumor that you died. And how sad. Because it would have cost a lot for Dad to bring you back. A lot of money, a lot of our wealth to bring you back. I don't appreciate the thought of the money that belongs to me being spent on your useless corpse. But I don't think that's the case, because I've heard many rumors that you're back, and I don't know if you know this, but Dad's dead. Saracen kind of looks up and says, yes, well, perhaps I died, and it didn't take. I don't know if you could be so confident in invoking death upon me again with that in mind, because I have something you don't have, Darius. I have people who give a fuck about me. And if I die, they'll bring me back. And if you die, people will dance on your grave. I see. All right. You sound like my brother, all right. You don't give a rat's ass about Dad? Being killed by the Grand Archon? Executed? Privately? My relationship with our father is very different than yours. I grieve in my own way. Yes, I can see that by inheriting everything and not even sending me a card. Well, let's just say reading wasn't your strong suit, brother. You go too far. You go too far because I can read something you can't right now, and that is the room. Your people, what, 3 guards? Women? Of all things. You brought wenches.
Wenches that win all of these competitions.
Just analyzing my nails at this point, kind of thinking back on that ship that we took. Holding my tongue still, though.
I can ignite this room in flames, but I see that won't really get a reaction out of you. And I have bigger aspirations. So, Saracen, I am going to take that invitation off this table. And I'm going to spare everyone the trouble of their families being identified by how thick their bones are and how many teeth their skulls have. I'm not going to set this place ablaze. So long as you understand, I have business to attend to, and I'll just let you go. Saracen looks at him and says, younger brother, I'm not desperate for an invitation to parties. You can take it. Very well, good, very good. And he steps away and he says, then I hope you find yourself in better company. And he points to the ground, and you see the ground seems to sink almost immediately through a false floor, and the table and the floor go down through, as though on a elevator shaft that the elevator floor has been absolutely removed. As you see Saracen almost kind of his limbs get thrown out, and wide trying to grip something as the chair that he's sitting in and the floor that he's on and the table, and the dwarf's body go tumbling down a 10 by 10 shaft, and you hear a splash of water shortly after. Roll initiatives for me.
Is the mermaid gonna show up?
I think a little bit something else, something bigger than the mermaid, probably. Okay.
I rolled a 17.
Nice.
Wait, do we add
15.
something? Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah, you have an initiative.
An initiative is its own score next to AC at the top.
16 then.
That's the one thing that's blank on the form.
Oh, do you
I'll
have
look
a
it up. I'll
do
look
you
it
have a
up for
dexterity
you.
score? What's your dexterity modifier? If you go to the top left.
It's
Top left.
+2.
So her initiative would be +2 then.
Okay.
All right. And then Ragur, you actually get a chance to roll initiative because you'll be able to see and hear some certain things. When you're not muted, let me know. And Lazuli and Mifa, what did you get?
15 plus 1, so 16.
Okay.
I'm hanging back. 4 total.
Okay, you're hanging back.
8 plus 2, 10.
All right.
Did I roll
right,
the
we're-
highest?
You did. All right. Ragur, you see from your position in the alleyway hiding, you see one of the spies kind of turn the corner and look at you like this. And then his body slumps forward with a knife in his back. As you can kind of see, the body is tossed into a collection of bags. And you hear a voice kind of say, "Hurry up. Devilfish wants everything in this alleyway ablaze. He very well might burn the whole shop down. Put the hobgoblin bodies with the rest." As you see figures, these kind of rough and tumble, sleeveless wizard robe types, kind of just pull the knife out and throw a couple more spy bodies onto the tops of these bags that you can look where the hobgoblins that had disappeared.
Okay. Do I do something now, or are you gonna?
No, I'm just describing so you have time to plan your turn, because you don't have the same information everyone else has that's happening downstairs. So you have this information. Azrael, we'll have you go first because you got the top initiative, followed by Lazuli, then Ragur, and then Mifa. So your boss gone, lost in a pitfall trap that landed in water pretty far down.
Was I close enough to be able to maybe grab him before he reached the water?
You were at least 10 feet away, not able to be fast enough. You'll have to, if you want to try to save him in a traditional means, I don't know what magic you have, but you could go after him.
I'm pretty sure I mostly have a few different kinds of smite. So
yeah, it's probably not going to help.
Probably not right.
Detect food and water and poison and mead and
Yeah.
Right.
Is this alcoholic?
No, poisonous. um, hmm. And I'm only like 7 foot something, aren't I? So it's not like. And if I jumped in, then I would be stuck down there too. I do have a great axe. If I like hang from the ledge and like hold my great axe down, would I be able to reach him or not quite?
Go ahead and have your character move over. Well, imagine your character goes over to look down. What's your dark vision range?
Dark vision range.
Yeah, in your racial traits, Goliaths have a dark vision range. Sometimes it's 30, sometimes it's 60. I'm trying to remember. I'm
Let
probably
me
sure
just
it's
go
60.
through my
I can Google it. Don't worry
book
about it.
of
All
information.
Goliaths have this, so it's not
Okay.
necessarily specific to the way you built your character.
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically your see in the dark range.
I can see in the dark.
You can see in the dark. Isn't that great? I love that. Like when people get excited about shit like this.
Okay.
That's awesome.
I'm like a critter. All right.
I'm pretty sure you can see in the dark. Maybe I'm wrong.
Is it a racial trait?
It should be. Oh, I guess they might not have dark vision.
Knight of Bloodhaven is saying 60 feet.
A Knight of Bloodhaven. Yeah, usually it's 60 feet, but I am trying to see if I'm looking at an old, outdated.
Let's go with the 60 feet thing. That sounds great.
Sounds legit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I'm looking at an outdated version here. I'm not seeing. Do Goliaths have dark vision? Why am I not finding it?
I don't see it on her.
Yeah, if it's not
character
on her
sheet.
character sheet, I guess she might not have it. Goliaths are one of those races that
I think she's the only one of us that does not have dark
Yeah.
vision.
Knight of Bloodhaven, I don't know where you pulled the 60 feet, but we don't see it here. Let us know what book you might be pulling that out of, because I want to. Yeah, so it looks like when you look in the hole. Oh
just
yeah,
can't see
Forgotten
anything.
Realms wiki. Yeah, unfortunately the wiki isn't a credible source. It's like it's less credible than Wikipedia normally is.
Oh.
All right, so you go over and look in the hole, and you can't see anything
Can't see
past
anything.
like the dim light range, which is like 15. We'll say 15 feet down is just pure darkness.
But he only dropped 10 feet, right?
No, he was 10 feet away from you when he dropped.
Oh, god damn it. Okay.
Close.
So he just went into a bottomless pit of.
No, you heard a splash.
As far as I know. Okay.
Yeah, it's on bottom. There was a bottom, and he did hit it, and it was water-based bottom, which is such a weird sentence.
I mean, we're supposed to say protect him, and I
doing a great
can't
job.
see. I
Doing
can't
great.
see where he's at, so I might as well just jump in and try and do the best I can.
I love it. I respect it.
So,
Oh no.
All right.
all in. We got
All right.
this.
Give me athletics check as you dive. Are you diving
Oh my
feet first
God.
or hands head first?
Which one would probably be best? I don't know. I was a Marine, so maybe head first.
All right.
I don't
Sounds
know. Or
good.
no,
Give me
or do they jump feet first? I don't know.
give me
How
a
enthusiastic are you about this?
yeah.
Let's go head first. Yeah, head
All right.
first. We got
Go
this.
ahead. Give me athletics check with advantage then.
Athletics. Okay. Athletics. Okay. I rolled a 7 plus 7, so 14.
14. All right. You hit the water. You don't know how the perception of distance in the darkness for you, how far you kind of traveled, but as soon as you kind of left the light, you kind of found yourself in the water, splashing through, deep enough for you to safely dive. Thankfully, you didn't break your neck, and you found yourself kind of popping up, and you can hear Saracen kind of calling out and saying, "Help me save him, the dwarf, please."
Okay, will do.
In the darkness that you cannot see in, but you can hear his voice.
I start swimming towards the voice.
All right. You find a body that is very animate as soon as you make contact with it, as immediately you find a point of a blade at your neck.
Oh, shit.
And it's Saracen saying, "Asriel, is that you?"
Yes.
And he
My
kind of removes
lord,
the blade.
what do I do? Okay.
And says, I
Came to save you.
can't See in the dark here. I need to find the dwarf. I know he's alive, bleeding out very badly.
Oh, can I like light my axe on fire with my smite thing
Yes,
for
you
light?
can.
Yes. Oh,
That
sorry.
is brilliant.
Okay.
That
Oh.
chat, that is how you use your abilities to overcome challenges.
There we go.
All right, you
So
have.
now we can see.
I think it's branding or searing smite. Which one do you want to use?
Searing.
Searing. All right. This axe, like a freaking Indiana Jones torch in the catacomb crypts kind of situation. You find yourself in the part of the drowned city, the with the ruins of the sunken part of the city. You see in the water there's kind of these bubbles going under not too far away from you. Unfortunately, you've used all your movement already. You've used your action or bonus action, I think, to cast the smite to create this kind of smite effect that's giving light. You will be able to maintain the light even swimming underwater. Do you want to use your action to try to continue swimming deeper to get to the body?
Yeah, because we need to save the dwarf.
All right, give me an athletics check. Rolled normally here with your athletics bonus to the d20 roll.
12 plus 7.
Nice, beautiful roll. You
Thank you.
start with the axe in the hand, glowing. You get down to the dwarf's body. Your passive perception can pick up several sharks coming to the attention of the blood that this man has been bleeding profusely since he's hit the water.
My passive perception is 11.
Yeah, you can see the sharks.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
With the light. Yeah.
I was like, I know where that is on my sheet now.
Yeah, you're learning it. That's what the best part about being being a part of something like this is, you get better at it. And so that is the end of your turn. You are in shark infested dark waters here with your light source giving you the ability not to be blind in it.
I can watch myself die. Okay.
You don't have any of this knowledge. You can just kind of hear the shouts of everyone and everything, and having heard the splash of Azrael's amazing Olympic dive in the dark.
I trust Azrael's prowess and bravery. What is Devilfish doing right now?
Devilfish is looking at Mifa and recognizing her, and he has a rage on his scarred face. And he kind of points to his scar and scratches it, and he points to you and goes like this, Mifa.
I'm not too popular with that one.
Yeah, not so much, no.
And he says, "Oi, fish bitch, I'm not done with you. I owe you for this."
Oh, I can add it to your face if you want another one.
I'm glad you
Yeah,
brought
okay.
some fight. I won't be underestimating you, slave. You will be leaving with a collar on your neck. All right, Lazuli, what do you want to do with that exchange, kind of painting the picture of his intentions?
Yeah, I'm not gonna let someone talk to my friend like that. So
You're like, I'm the only one who gets to abuse my friends emotionally. How dare you? I'm lawful evil,
Dare
not you.
She didn't even get to insult you first.
Right.
This is not a proper roast. So I would like to step in between the two of them. So step right in front of Mifa, and kind of stare him in the eyes and see if he recognizes me at all.
Yes, he does. And your involvement, so correct, because I want to get your backstory wrong. So Mifa was basically the weapon of this ship as a slave. Devilfish had basically a renown for using powerful slaves to do his bidding on kind of raiding parties and things like that. Mifa was one of the best he's ever had. You caused the downfall of this. Do you remember how you did that? Caused kind of a bunch of problems on his ship with his story.
Me or Mifa?
Oh, not Mifa. Sorry, Lazuli.
I was on that ship because my ship had gone down. And so I was not a prized anything.
You did not like show off your magic at all. Like you were like just a
No.
regular water genasi.
But at least not a
Casual.
slave, right?
No, I wasn't a slave.
Right.
I wasn't
Were
a
you a
weapon.
slave?
You could
there.
have been basically appraised to be a prisoner, or if you had talked yourself into a better position, you could have been something of an ally temporarily, or at least made him think you were. But it became clear when you released Mifa on the ship that you wrecked everything that he had strived for.
Okay.
So he recognizes you, and his eyes glow red hot with a flame in them. And you can see that saw wire, it starts to simmer like a sheet metal on an open flame.
Okay.
Oh God.
Oh shoot. Let me look here.
And he says, I've got a necklace for you too. And it's the glowing hot saw wire.
Love that for me. I does he know that I'm a magic user?
Probably on the night of your escape, yeah.
Okay. I would like to cast create water
Mm-hmm.
and kind of create little like water droplets near my hand and kind of you can tell that it's cold, like sea temperature water.
Okay. Yeah.
And I kind of look him in the eyes and I say, that's your threats mean nothing to me. You have no ship. And this water is certainly your enemy. Looking at kind of the hot his hot eyes as well as the hot saw blades, knowing that my water could cool them down easily.
He kind of looks and says, my threats might not be enough for you. My actions will be. I assure you, you will feel my wrath far more than you've ever heard anything in your life. I might just take your ears as I did the dwarf as a point of reference so that you never need to hear a threat again. And he kind of looks cautiously at the water that you've conjured. And you can see that he's not sure what you're up to, but he's eager to get toe to toe with you here. And actually, before Roger's turn, it is his, and he is going to attack you, Lazuli.
Okay.
Give me an opposed athletics check, please. Or actually, you could do acrobatics or athletics, whichever's higher. Go ahead and you can look at your sheet and kind of tell me which one you want.
Acrobatics and athletics are about the damn same. So
Okay.
let's do this. 13.
All right. He immediately gets a hold of you and wraps the razor wire around your neck and pulls you, gashing across your throat, unless you have a reaction that you want to use. He's not making an attack just yet. He's actually done a grapple check, but if you want to stop him for his second piece of his turn and attack, you can use shield if you want.
I do have shield. I wanted to do something with that saw blade, but I guess that would count as an action, which I've already done.
It would, yeah. It's turn economy at this point. That's what we're working through.
Unfortunately. Casting shield would still be an action too, wouldn't it?
It's a reaction. So you can do it in reaction to him trying to make an attack with his weapon after getting a hold of you with his grapple. So
yeah, I'll totally cast shield.
Okay. What is your AC after casting shield here?
So my current AC is 11.
Okay, so +5 is 16. He manages to navigate. So shield is kind of this like aura of like a semicircle of energy that you can directionally charge. So when someone still manages to hit you around your shield, it's not that you were impervious, it's that they outmaneuvered you or were faster. And it seems that's the case as he kind of steps behind you and rips the blade across your throat, and dodging your shield spells, you strangle one out. You are taking, let's see. It's a lot of damage. I'm sorry.
Great. Love that. that much math. This can't be good.
So you take 21 slashing
Okay.
and 8 fire damage.
Okay.
Read the comments.
Doing great.
The hash slinging slasher.
The hash slinging, the bash ringing.
Oh,
All right.
SpongeBob.
As Mifa right in front of you, he does this kind of sidestep. He's using this garrote saw blade that has this enchantment of flame on it and rips her throat almost open from the side, merely missing a jugular, but cauterizing what's left. And he's making eye contacts with you, and he says, "You're next." Ragur, you can kind of tell that shit's going down from the sounds coming out of the vents that connect to the that kind of leave the building, that you can kind of hear from the basement. People kind of shouting, shit going down.
Are the body snatchers still out here?
They are. There's 2 of them at the alleyway entrance next to the candy shop, just kind of finished stacking bodies.
Okay. So as they're getting ready to light these on fire, I want to cast sleep on both of them.
Ooh, nice. Okay. Roll the 5d8 unless you're upcasting it to try to get more of effect on it.
I don't see a difference. Oh, roll an additional. Nah, I'll just do this. Okay, doing some math. 10, 27. 27.
27 hit points. Holy crap. I think that gets them both. Let me check. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You kind of just do, and just they kind of
Okay.
right there in the alleyway.
Can I go through their pockets?
You absolutely can. Yeah.
Is there anything interesting?
There is 2 potions,
Take
one
what
on
you can.
each. They are labeled as healing potions. There are long swords, short swords, 1 each, so 2 total each. As in, like, sorry, two total of each weapon. Let's see, there is and 5 gold and 1 platinum each. So a total of 2 platinum, 10 gold.
Okay. I also want to move their bodies to where the rest of the bodies are.
Just put them in a trash bag.
Well, no, in a trash pile. I'm not going to put them in a trash bag. I'm not going to like kill them outright. I'm just going to get them out of the way a little bit.
All right, nicely done. All right, that is good use of your turn economy, your movement, and spell. Fantastic. Very effective. That was like special ops. All right, and that takes us to Mifa.
So I'm going to use my glaive and I have frenzy attack and I also have rage, and those are 2 separate bonus, like optional.
Right, so you need to
bonus
rage
actions.
before you can do frenzied attack.
Okay.
I highly recommend, because you've only used 1 rage, I think, so far. So you have another one, I think, good to go.
I think I have 3. I can do
3.
total.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so you definitely can use rage right here and then attack.
Okay.
And if you
I'm gonna
want
go
to,
Super Saiyan for sure.
you know, watching Lazuli defend you and then almost get killed for it. So I don't blame you. All right. And this is an enemy that haunts you. Like, this was someone you thought in your worst phase of your life, you finally got over. And it's like the most trauma inducing face you could have seen, and it's back from the grave. So your rage is there.
Very strong. All right, I'm going to. How far away is he from me?
He's actually 10 feet away. He's within the reach of your glaive, actually, because he's on. Yeah, he's kind of right where Lazuli is. So
I'm going to tell him to stay out of my life and don't hurt my friends.
I came here to kill my brother. It's a bonus to get my toys back. Go ahead, and if you are you recklessly attacking, or are you attacking normally with your rage? Reckless means you get to attack with advantage, increasing your chance for a big hit a crit or accuracy, just hitting better. But you would
Okay.
fight advantage against you as well.
I don't know. What I'm looking at is just the +2 melee damage.
Yeah, so you would be able to just roll. Let's see, your attack bonus. I guess at this point is, do you want to attack better and be more vulnerable defense? Do you want more offense and less defense, or do you want to just keep everything balanced right now?
I guess it could be reckless because this is all very like shocking.
Yeah, there you go.
This.
Feed into it. Yeah, and but like, there's not that you could definitely say that you're tunnel blind right now. You're like, your sight is, I want this dead, and that would feed into that. So go ahead and roll.
I rolled 17 and I have +7.
Oh, there you go. That is a big hit. Go ahead and roll your weapon damage plus the rage bonus plus your strength modifier.
It's a D10. A 9 and plus strength. Okay. 14.
14 damage. That's good
And
stuff.
then do I get any because it's like reckless?
So reckless is you basically just attack. You get 2 d20 rolls for per attack. You get advantage. So I don't know if you already rolled 2 d20s. I know you rolled one.
But I'm sure that one was fine.
Yeah, you rolled a big hit, so it doesn't matter. So you can tell that he is. It looks like he is resistant to damage in the same way when you're raging, you're resistant to damage. So you think that he is under the effects of a rage of his own. So that hit should have that hit is like killed lesser men in your experience, like his own crew. That hit definitely he ate it up as you hacked into him, and his blood did not, it spilled, but it did not make him flinch. You let's see, what level are you right now?
I think we're all level 4 at the moment.
4, okay. Yeah. All right. So you don't have a second attack until next level. And by the way, tonight you're leveling up. So if you live.
Thanks.
Let's see the faces change. Clip that, please.
Oh gosh.
All right. So that was a good hit. And that is your turn. We go back to Azriel in the water with the sharks. The sharks are closing in. What do you want to do?
How many sharks?
4.
Are they all coming from
They're
different
coming
angles?
to the body you are holding.
Oh, so I've already reached the body and I'm holding it.
Yes.
Okay. Is there a way that I can do kind of like a Garen swirl from like League of Legends, where you're just like
you just start spinning?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that's a high level feature that you haven't unlocked yet. Yeah.
Okay. So I can only attack one shark at a time.
One shark at a time, yeah. But you have your smite spell already on your blade, which is going to do serious damage to any shark that
right. But as soon as I actually like hit something with it, then I lose my light.
It's true. It's true, yeah.
I mean, isn't there something where like if you punch a shark in the nose, then it'll just like swim away?
You could try.
Do it.
Which one looks like the most alpha shark, if that's even a thing?
There's one named Chad with a popped
Yeah.
collar.
Yeah, let's
Um,
get Chad with the pop collar. I'm gonna pop him in the nose.
Pop him in the nose. Yeah. All right. Go ahead and do an attack roll with let's see, disadvantage because you are making a non-piercing weapon attack underwater. So you're using your fist. If you ever punched underwater, you're fighting water's resistance, so you have disadvantage. It's part of the combat rules for underwater fighting.
I rolled a 3.
Oh no.
All right. We have rerolls if you want to use them.
Oh yeah, okay, I want to use that.
Okay.
Okay, 16 is better. What was the thing that I'm adding?
It'd be your strength bonus
Strength.
plus your proficiency.
Strength.
Actually, I don't know
oh.
if you get proficiency to it.
Strength.
I think it's plus
Wait.
5 for you. I think you're super strong.
Yeah, plus 5.
All right.
Damn.
So it's like there's multiple things that say strength, but I think it's
true.
the ability thing,
Yep,
right?
exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
So what's
plus
your
5.
What's your total?
16 plus 5 is 21.
21. Nice. That's a hit on the shark. Do you want to add a smite? You have two different kinds of smites. One is the smite of your weapon that will go away once you hit with your weapon. The other is you can sacrifice a spell slot to do mega damage on a hit, including a punch.
That one.
All right.
Yeah.
What's the highest spell slot you have?
I
think it's 2, right?
Where is that?
Spells.
She has 3 first level.
3 first level? No. Oh, that's right, because you're a quarter caster. Okay. You can sacrifice one of those spells and do 2d8 extra damage on this punch with holy light coming off of your fist.
2d8.
Yep. So it's going to be 2d8 plus 6 is what we're rolling here.
Grab my d20
Oh my
dice.
God. That's amazing.
Wait, what do you have?
I missed that. What the heck?
Oh,
How could you miss that?
Oh, Jesus. That's amazing. That's so beautiful. I love that.
Yeah, that's from our wedding.
Yeah,
Aw.
Rarger made it for Asriel a few years back, and it's what I store all of my dice in.
That is a good
Nice.
wedding gift.
Perfect.
Or wedding. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is cool as hell.
Okay. Here's a D8. I probably have another one in here. Oh well, I'll just do this one twice.
I agree. Night of Bloodhaven. That is one of the coolest things ever. By the way, Bloodhaven. I know that's a lore reference. What world of lore is Bloodhaven in? Is it World of Warcraft?
It's DC Comics.
Batman.
Bloodhaven is in DC Comics.
That's where Nightwing lives.
Oh,
Yep.
Thank you. That's a cool name. Bloodhaven.
I rolled 2 6s.
Dang. So 18 total damage with a plus 6. Dang, dude, this shark was not expecting that. Yeah, you basically like uppercut this shark in the nose with this huge punch, sending it kind of spiraling in the water. Yeah.
Perfect. I hope that sent a message to the other 3.
It definitely sent a message to this one. The other 3 are too hungry to care. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see.
I have to wait until my next turn to deal with those ones.
You do, unfortunately. And actually, it's their turn. And they are one is going to take a bite out of the dwarf.
Shit.
Oh no.
And let's see.
Did his extra pieces fall into the water too? Like, are they like nibbling on his ears right now, or is it like a part of his like main body?
It's main body situation. One bites into his leg and starts ripping into it, and you can kind of see that this poor beaten dwarf is fighting for his life. He's unconscious at this point.
Wait, if how can he fight for his life if he's unconscious?
You know how like people are like, you can tell that even on the hospital gurney, you could tell they're struggling. This is a situation where he's trying not to fall into death saving throws and get negatives, but the shark is eating him. The other 2 are going after you.
Oh, okay. Right.
Have you taken any damage?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. So the sharks do not have blood frenzy against you. Let's see. So the shark actually does hit, dealing.
I'm just kind of drunk right now on like some weird fumes.
Weird view. That's right.
Weird fumes.
You're like, this is probably the drunkest I've ever been, and there's sharks. This is fine.
But it's fine. I'm not poisoned. We're good.
It's fine. I'm not poisoned. All right. So that is going
Guys,
to
I'm
be
seeing sharks.
9 damage.
They just keep swirling around me. I don't understand. But I punched it.
Not stars, sharks for you. Yeah. All right. You take 9 damage from one shark
Shit. Okay.
as it bites into your arm, and another 5 damage from another. She removed the poison from her blood, so she doesn't have any things. And also, sharks are damn near immune to almost any freaking poison there's things can eat.
Could the sharks get drunk off of her blood? Considering her
It's like
blood
vampires. The people
Yeah.
were on drugs. Sharks while they're at it. So Lazuli, you have got Devilfish, aka Darius Desire Graves, with a burning hot saw garrote, excuse me, on your neck. What are you doing?
Yeah, speaking of cutting edges.
Oh shit. Can I
I'm
cut in?
I'm gonna cast Booming Blade.
Nice.
And so with my hands, which I'm assuming are kind of towards my sides, I'm gonna kind of stab back at him however I can.
All right. And this is different than Boomer Blade, which blames you for the economy, I think. Is that
something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Take this avocado toast.
Take that. Okay. Do I need to roll anything for this?
Yes, you do have to make an attack roll with a weapon in your hand. Essentially, you're causing your weapon to glow with
1d8.
sonic energy.
Cool.
And you got to make a hit with your attack roll to get the weapon, enchanted weapon. Going.
5.
Whoops.
God damn it. For real?
Would you like to re-roll that?
Yes.
Okay. Down to 10. You got this.
It's a what?
I was just letting anyone know what we're at for player points. We have 10 more rerolls, so we're doing well.
Okay. Shit. Knocked it over. 7. Are you a 7? You're a 7. It looks like a 1 at first. I was like, oh fuck no. Okay.
Well, are you keeping the 7?
Yes.
What's your total then?
It's out of 8.
Let's see. Oh, no, not damage. You got to roll the hit first.
Oh, sorry. I was rolling damage. D20.
Yeah,
D20.
D20.
Okay.
D20. Sorry.
That would explain a lot.
But
I was
keep
like,
that
that's
damage
good.
roll. Keep that damage roll.
Everyone's like, "Oh no!" You're like,
I know.
"Awesome!"
I was like, this is
You're
great.
like 7 out of 8. That's not good.
So 15, and then the other one is a 7.
Okay, got it. So 15. Is that a total on your attack roll or to hit? Or sorry, is that a total or is that adding anything or is that just on the dice roll?
That's just on the dice roll.
Okay, so then the rest
Plus
with your pleasure
your-
bonus and your attack bonus, that's a hit. So you did 7 damage. Don't forget. So what are you attacking with? Is it a short sword, a dagger? I'm trying to remember what you had.
I've got
Probably a dagger, I imagine. Because we got to do dagger damage.
I have a
in
little
addition.
quarter staff. Oh, I have a small knife.
Small knife. Boom. All right. So roll an extra D4 for damage. And you can add your dexterity modifier to the damage as well.
Okay.
So right now we've got 7 plus
3.
All right, 7 plus 3, 10 damage. And if he moves, he takes more. Nice. Okay. All right.
Has that loosened his grip at all?
It has.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. How much of a loose end? Like, could I shove him away as my action, or sorry, as a
It's a
movement?
bonus action. You wouldn't be able to do it as a bonus action, but you've already used your action to do this kind of casting spell and attack combo with your spell. So you're kind of stuck, but he's bleeding.
Okay.
Looking down at his leg, and he says, "It's going to take a lot more than that, but it's a start to the pain then." And he is going to, let's see, cast, let's see, as a legendary action, he's going to cast a spell at Mifa. Mifa, give me a, let's see. Let's have to make sure I have this correct save for this one. I always get it confused.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
So with the booming blade, he's covered in booming energy until the start of my next turn.
Yes.
Would that give him like disadvantage on any attack rolls from now until then?
No, the debuff is if he moves, he's taking a sonic burst of damage
Okay.
if he physically leaves the square.
Okay.
Bait him. Bait him. Bait him.
All right.
My
Mifa,
rage gives me advantage on strength checks and saving throws.
perfect. You're going to give me a Constitution saving throw on this spell, which thankfully is, I'm sure, one of your best ones.
Nat 20 plus
Ooh,
5.
nice.
Nice.
All right. He creates this sign that kind of blasts a flash in front of your eyes, and it almost feels like it almost blinds you, but you manage to shut your eyes at the last moment, and the imprint, like almost seeing like a flashlight through your eyelids, is there for a moment, but you're not. Your corneas are not damaged.
Nice.
Thankfully.
What was the symbol?
It was the kanji for fire. It's like
okay.
this, almost like a person kind of spread out kind of sign. And yeah, he basically tried to burn your corneas out.
Nice.
And let's see, that was his legendary action at the end of Lizzie's turn. It's now his turn. He is going to do an opposed athletics or acrobatics check, Lazuli. So you have to give me acrobatics or athletics, your choice. But I think you said that it doesn't matter because they're the same.
I think they're the same. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, 20.
Nat
plus
20?
1.
Okay. This is one of those situations where nat 20 does not guarantee success because it depends on the higher number rolled on skill checks. And
grumpy about that.
Unfortunately, I know I feel bad because he rolled damn near close to a 20 and has a higher modifier.
Oh.
But he's going to trigger the sonic burst. So go ahead and roll that damage from your booming blade against him as he picks you up and throws you into the hole.
8.
All right. 8. Dang, extra. You've done 18 damage
that was
to
good.
him. That was really
That was
good. All right. He throws you into the hole. You take 2 points of damage as you hit the corner of kind of the chute that's kind of going down and hit the water next to Saracen. You have dark vision, so you can see him. You can see below the water is the light of Azrael, which is such a cool sign, like the light of Azrael.
Yeah.
The light of Azrael's great axe as
Welcome
she
to my
is
cave.
punching sharks. And they're sharks, yes.
We're in a frenzy, excited to have you.
Yeah, well, I'm bleeding, so it's probably not good for me with the sharks and all that.
His last attack. What's your AC, Mifa?
16.
16, and his last attack hits you. For Oh wait, he doesn't. Yes, no, he had advantage on this because of your reckless attack.
Oh, yeah.
So let's see.
The comments. Take
Yeah.
2 points of yeeting damage.
Eating damage. All right, that is. So you're raging. So this is half. That's great news for you. So you take 14 points of damage instead of 28 as he drags the saw across your neck and chest and jaw.
I can respect that. Or you said 14?
14, yeah.
Yeah. I barely felt a thing.
Shooter man, the spooter man. Thank you. I appreciate that. We take a personal and professional pride in knowing that we're an entertaining group, and their fights and role play moments are equally ridiculously like high stakes somehow. So yeah. All right. With that said, Rarger's turn.
Okay. I feel like it's such a downplay from the rest of everybody else's badassness, but I'm out in
join
the alley outside.
Yeah, you sleepy
just,
time people in
just
the
put
alley.
some people to sleep. Okay. I'm thinking from the sound of all the commotion going down on inside that it's probably safe for me to go back inside, especially considering that there's no other hobgoblins. Like, it's not like people slunk away or anything. There's like something going on, and I need to save my people.
Mhm.
Something bad is happening and something evil is happening, and I need to fix it.
Okay.
So we're going back in.
All right.
But we're doing it carefully. So if I'm going back in the same way that I came, I don't know any other way inside.
Mhm.
I'm guessing there's nothing guarding the doors anymore because the hobgoblins are guarding the doors, so I can just
Right.
walk in. But I am kind of aware that there were just this army of shirtless. I don't know if they were wizards. They were certainly presenting as wizards. So
They were wizard adjacent.
okay.
Yeah. They were
Okay, so
God.
I'm. Is there a
Magic
minor
Mike
illusion I can put on
adjacent
myself?
wizards.
Yeah. Okay, I can. I have a couple more slots left, so I can disguise myself as one of those Magic Mike wizards.
Okay.
Because I don't know what happened down there.
That's true.
I just know that a group of wizards went down there. So I'm disguising myself as a Magic Mike wizard.
Mhm.
Okay.
You're just like rippling
and looking
abs.
around.
Yeah,
honestly,
just come save us,
what-
Roger.
At this point,
No
what does
sleep.
it look like down there
All right, so-
in the card playing area?
So you using an action to cast spell can't use as much movement as you can
Okay.
normally. So you can
Okay,
only make it
my
to
bad.
from the alleyway to the top of the stairs, but you can see what looks to be like a brawl happening at the bottom of the stairs of gang members fighting this wizard, the jacked wizards.
What is happening?
Yeah, like one dude is basically having his head smashed onto the curb or the edge of the stairs on the bottom, like repeatedly. Another person's getting basically like their back of their knee stabbed and like wrenched with a sharpened crowbar. Yeah, someone's getting their tailbone fractured by a steel-toed boot.
Wow, I missed a lot.
You're like, Azrael, damn it.
The temptation to just
Not her fault.
leave again.
You're
is
just like,
high.
calculated retreat. I could start a new life in the next city.
However, I gotta find my friends.
All right. So that
I
is
like them or something.
a great
Fine.
use of your action to disguise yourself as one of the enemies. Your next turn, you can use your movement to get to the bottom of the stairs and see what's going down. That takes us to Mifa.
All right. I will do exactly the same thing I did last time.
Mess him up.
Do it.
And you can
See?
attack with advantage if you want to make yourself a bit more vulnerable.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
worth it
let me do that.
to try to get a crit or something here.
Ooh, I rolled an 8 and then I rolled a 9. Fuck.
But what's your bonus? Because you still might hit.
7. Oh. 16.
That's a hit.
Oh, thank God. All right. And let's see. 7 total.
All right. Is that plus your rage bonus?
Oh, no, not plus my rage bonus. It is plus my strength and
Okay.
proficiency, though.
No proficiency
Or not
added.
proficiency, 5 strength. Sorry.
Okay, so and then add your rage bonus to that,
2?
which is
Rage
2, so 9
Yeah.
damage. Nice, that's good damage. And now that you're raging and haven't used this turn of rage, you have frenzy to do, so you get another attack as a bonus action.
Yes.
So you get to put the hurt on him again.
Single
Woo.
melee weapon attack. All right. Um, 6, 11. And do I get my rage bonus on the top of that as well?
Only on damage if you
just the-
hit. So you still have to roll to
Oh,
hit.
I still have to roll to hit. Okay.
Yeah,
Um.
and with advantage. Yeah.
Okay.
So 2d20s. If you hit, you're doing 13 damage because I did the quick math on what you said aloud.
I forgot what my first roll was. My second roll was a 1.
Oh.
So,
Go ahead and roll another dice, and it's 1 and this dice.
okay. 4.
Oh no! Do you want to reroll?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So roll both dice.
9 plus 7.
9 plus 7 is a hit. Very good. All right.
Awesome.
Another D10, please. With or no, you already rolled damage.
I rolled
it was 13.
So I rolled a
Yeah.
6. Yeah, plus 5.
It was 6 plus 5 plus 2. Yeah, you're good. That's so he's, like I said, resistant, but you're doing huge chunks of damage to him. So he is actually, he's getting hurt now. He's starting to really feel it as you're starting to slash and hit him with like the opposite end and start cutting into his armor and all the weak points.
I feel like I'm kind of blacking out at this point.
Yeah,
Not
you're
really
seeing
saying
red.
anything. Yeah.
And there's just kind of he's like licking the blood off the saw blade as he's also going into some
Great.
sort of
and I'm
equivalent.
just smiling at that, like, oh, this is awesome. This is
Yeah.
great.
You're like, this is
Keep
one of us
bringing
is
it.
going to die, or both of us can die, and it's going to be a good death kind of energy.
What a great day.
What a great day. All right.
You're like,
all right. He is going to use a legendary action once again to try and cast that symbol in your face. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
I rolled a nat 20.
Again? Jesus,
Jesus.
Warren.
I love it.
Jeez.
These dice are
She's
All
bringing
right.
it.
She's blessed.
He
Plus
is
5.
he is
She's
so
blessed.
nervous. Yeah,
I
she's
am
so blessed.
blessed.
You are blessed. He is so
I'm triple
nervous
blessed
now
at
that
this
he
point.
can't
I'm
use
so
this
glad I'm
usual
friends with you.
bullshit.
Like I
I'm
said.
so glad I'm friends with you. All right. At that point, he is signaling to his henchmen who take the torches and ignite the room on fire, creating this firewall around everything around the centerpiece of the high table, especially.
Do we all know how to swim? Can we just like jump in the water?
I think you all know how to swim. Yeah.
I think it might be a good idea if we do that.
Especially since I'm going to need a dexterity saving throw with advantage from you, Mifa, because of the flames and the explosion of the oil near you. And
Where
Ragnar,
the
you
heck
see,
is this
16.
water in relation to me?
so you aren't aware of this, but the middle of the high table area dropped out as as the drowned city below them, essentially this part of the underwater lake that is this massive expanse under Farrago. So,
Okay.
but you see a flash of red and the igniting of oil, like kerosene, go off downstairs, burning a few allies and enemies alike, like indiscriminate fire blast.
Cool.
Mifa, what'd
Just
you get?
making sure because we have
16.
a marine and 2 pirates,
Yeah,
and
they both.
I am not water adjacent at all. So I'm just like
You
can
have
surf
hoping
on
that
my
I'm not
shield.
involved
definitely
in this.
get
Okay,
the water
cool.
breathing spell one day.
That's all.
Oh,
All
you have
right.
you have a water spell? What was it that you said?
There's a water breathing spell that you could take later
Oh, nice.
after
Not,
you level
but
up.
I don't currently have anything water related.
Yeah. All
At all.
right. Mifa, you take 5 fire damage total. And you are now on fire.
I'm gonna dive. Do I have any bonus? No, I just used all my bonus. Do I have a movement? Do I have any way of me just jumping into the water and extinguishing
On your
myself?
next turn, yeah, you can.
I'm just gonna
oh
be
wait,
sitting
no,
here
wait,
while you
sorry.
guys all go.
No, wait.
A react.
Actually, you still have a
Oh,
movement
yeah?
action, or movement if you want to use it.
Yeah, I never moved because he was within movement or
Right.
within reach of
So
my glaive.
you can dip and get out of there.
Gas break.
Yep, I'm jumping in.
All right. He's gonna get a reaction attack of opportunity on you and try to hit you. He hits. Okay. 1 second, please. All right, that is you only take 7 slashing damage, and let's see, you take 7 fire damage, but as soon as you hit the water, you are no longer on fire.
Nice. Good.
Hitting the water, give me an athletics check to see if you could avoid kind of an ungraceful kind of body, like a belly
Like
flop.
a belly flop.
Yeah. Acrobatics or athletics, but you're raging.
17
so
plus 7.
yeah, you're good. You take no damage as you feet first or head first dive into the water, which you're a fish person, so you have a swim speed, so you're set.
I do have a question though. The Lokatha does say specifically, I think I have advantage over like all the elements, like fire and slashing and like that sort of damage.
Let me check here.
There's like 7.
Let's see. You get
2 plus,
advantage on
let's
saving
see,
throws against charmed,
resistance.
frightened, paralyzed, poisoned, stunned, or being put to sleep. That is amazing. It's funny that he was using a spell that does none of these things. So I'm glad
Okay.
I'm glad that we avoided needing to retcon something. But you got nat 20s anyway, by the way, so it didn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah, so you finally join the fray and see sharks. One really badly wounded shark that kind of doesn't want any of the smoke, and 3
like,
other
I'm done.
sharks
I'm done with this.
that do. And you can see, looks like Saracen beyond the radius of the light is next to Lazuli, who's just crashed into the water, and it looks like he has pulled out a knife and he is already kind of dealing with the shark, kind of wrestling with it and stabbing it in the jaw and trying to just take away its biting power violently.
And catch a break.
Yeah, things are going wild. All right, then it is back to the top with Asriel.
Wait, I'm sorry. I just want to get clarification.
Mm-hmm.
Saracen swam after everybody?
So he fell in the water. He was the first one in the water.
He dropped.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So then everyone came after him because protecting him was kind of the thing that Asriel was thinking about.
Right.
Lazuli was thrown out of the way.
I guess I didn't realize he was still in the water.
Yeah, there's nothing but water down there as far as anyone can tell.
Oh, okay.
There is air. Like they can go above the water.
Yeah, there is an air line, a water line that you can breathable air. Yeah, but
Got it.
It's just slick walls though, and like
yeah,
an,
exactly. It's like
an
A
unknown
water
drop.
pit.
it
Yeah.
looks like
Okay.
a trap of some kind, but it also looks like with your visual abilities being limited, you can't see beyond the range of the light. Lazuli and Mifa might be able to see that there are passageways out under subterranean or below the water
Subaquatic.
level.
Yeah.
Yeah. Subterranean and underwater, both underground and underwater waterways. Help me, God, I can talk. All right, so it is.
We knew. We knew.
The goddess of
all
Delvia
along.
is with you.
Yes, thank the goddess of Delvia, Azrael. Azrael Shark Puncher. Tell us
Shark puncher.
what you wish to do with the the two sharks that are haranguing you here.
Okay, I still want to keep my fiery axe for now, just because I can't see like everyone else can. If
Oh, I need you to do a Constitution saving throw to keep the spell as you've been bitten. So if you could do that right now for me, that would be awesome, because that's going to determine if you can see or not. So Constitution saving throw on your top of your character sheet.
15.
Yeah, you're good. You needed to get a 10 or higher. You're solid.
Okay, cool. Cool. So I can still see. Saracen is currently stabbing one of the other sharks in the jaw, correct?
Yeah, it looks like there was a fourth shark, and he's dealing with that. You're dealing with two that are attacking you. The fourth, or the first one that ever attacked, or that had attacked, had bit kind of the dwarf. You had punched it, and it went water puppying, whimpering away under the water.
Okay. So the other two, can I kind of attack both of them at the same time, or is that not a thing?
Next level, you can.
Okay.
Yeah, after your level up, you can do that.
Okay. So I would prefer to hold off on using my axe just yet. I should have like a knife for, I think, being a marine.
Yeah, you can pull out like a Bowie knife.
Yeah, I think I want to use that on the next one, just to kind of like maybe also scare the next one off.
Go for it. You can do all kinds of damage with your smites. So
okay.
It looks like she has a hand axe.
That works.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So you're going to attack with disadvantage.
Okay.
From being underwater.
Am I throwing a d20 again?
Yes. 2 d20s to pick the lower of the two.
Oh, 2 d20. Okay. Yeah.
She's so excited. It's so fun.
Yeah. It's like, oh yeah. But it's not the pick the higher one, it's the pick the lower one, unfortunately.
Oh shit. Okay, because I rolled a 15 and a 4.
What is your final total with the 4 with the hand axe?
What do I add with that?
Let's see. It should be strength plus proficiency. So
strength is 7.
Yeah, she's proficient with it. So
okay, so it'd be plus 7 total then.
Okay. So 4 plus 7.
That
8
is
or 11.
That is 11. That's a miss on the shark, unfortunately.
Okay.
All right. If you have any bonus actions, I don't think you do, because you've got your axe in one hand and this in the other, and you're using your axe as a light source. You've got your arm kind of around the dwarf's body as you're kind of protecting him as he is
only spells, but
in death saving throws. Okay. That is unfortunately your turn at the attack and miss, unless you want to move somewhere, but moving is dangerous when you're surrounded by sharks here.
Yeah, no, I think I'm just trying to keep myself and the kind of dwarf alive.
Okay.
Or whatever's left of the dwarf alive.
Fair enough. Yeah,
How much is left of the dwarf?
He's missing a piece of his quad, his ears, and his jaw is broken, but he's still breathing, as you can see from the bubbles leaving his nose. So
Somebody should push him to the surface.
Yeah, that would be a priority as soon as you could. If you want to save his life, we'll see.
Azrael, do you have any movement left? Can you start moving towards the surface?
She does have movement. She can move to the surface, but it would risk 2 shark bites, shark attacks from
okay.
attack of opportunity, basically leaving
I'm just
an
thinking
enemy.
of like options. Okay.
You have enough health to risk it, honestly.
Mm,
Up to you.
yeah, I probably should try and get him some air.
That's what I imagine Ezreal would do, and not care
Yeah.
about shark bite. She'd be like, "Oh, a new scar. That's going to tell a cool story."
I know. Just make me look more badass.
Right. All right. Only one shark manages to hit of the 2, and it is so 7 more damage. And you manage to get to the surface and hold the dwarf's mouth above the water so that he's breathing, though unconscious still. Let's see if he comes awake. Let's see. All right. He is still in death saving throws. He's in that weird place between life and death at this point. Let's see. All right. We go to the sharks. Because that was their attack of opportunity. It's their turn. They are going to charge. Let's see. One is attacking Ezreal, one is attacking Mifa. And one is attacking Saracen still. That's a miss on Ezreal. That is a hit on Mifa.
Sure.
Mifa, thankfully, you're still raging, so you're only taking 4 instead of 8.
Oh, thank the heavens.
And Saracen.
Philadelphia?
Yeah, thanks for Delvia.
Delvia.
At that point, Saracen is dealing with a shark of his own. At that point, a familiar mermaid pops up, and you see her pull a shell to her lips and blow under the water, and the sharks scatter.
Ooh, that's the girl.
Does that mean that they're like her pets?
You don't know.
I'm suddenly suspicious.
As she kind of shoos them away and pops up and says, "We are thinking this is not a party, or is it?"
Read the room.
Yes, it's a party for
there's,
her.
There's
Ah!
blood everywhere.
Yay, you're back.
All right.
I'm not there.
That's right.
I'm
You
just
will be.
excited.
And that is now.
That's my player talking. I'm just excited that she's there.
Lazuli, your turn.
Are we still in battle?
You are. Technically, Rugger is up there, and so is Devilfish. So there are still, and there's
shit.
several
Oh,
enemies
shit,
and a wall
Devilfish
of
is still
fire
up
that
here.
Rugger has to kind of navigate through.
I mean, does Rugger still have her like illusion up of being like a spy?
She does
I'm
look like
so
a
far away
sleeveless
from
wizard.
you guys right now. I can't.
Technically,
I can't
you are one
interact.
dash away from, like, dashing through a wall of fire into a pit, and you by premise of falling at the end of your movement speed, you will actually in one turn be with the party splashing in.
Really use those potions. Just
but
saying.
you will
The
have to
thing
go.
is, I don't know where you are.
That's
so
true.
I wouldn't do it.
That's right. That's right. You wouldn't be able to see.
I wouldn't do it because I don't know where you are. I'm confused, honestly.
Yeah, that's true. Rugger would be separated. Interesting. All right. Well, Lazuli.
Not trying to cripple the party, just trying to think of
No,
what
that's
would
realistic.
actually happen.
That's absolutely realistic.
You mentioned that underwater there were different potential exits.
Yes.
Can I investigate those?
Yeah, go ahead and give me an investigation or perception, your choice.
Okay. Let me see what that's like. Oh yeah, we're definitely doing an investigation. Okay. 15 plus 4.
All right,
19.
nice. As you scope around under the water with your, dark vision, your ability to see with the light source of Azrael, all of this, you see several almost like underwater tunnel ways that had been part of infrastructure, like almost like the way that certain parks have these beautiful like building walkways
Mhm.
in big cities. It's kind of like that, but it's completely submerged, and you see a couple of those. Um, your mermaid friend is gesturing for you to go down one, um, and she speaks that in a way that can be heard still through the water to your ears, and says, "If you are seeking safety and shelter, I can take you there."
I work on unwrapping the sash that's around my waist and put it around my neck so I don't bleed out. And
You
I
were
kind of
cauterized.
was I?
Yeah,
I thought
because
that
it
was
was.
him.
No, his weapon is has a flame kind of element to it. So it
Okay.
did kind of cauterize them. Good memory, Azrael.
Okay. I'll kind of nod at the mermaid. And since I can breathe underwater, I don't have to worry about air.
There you go.
So I'll kind of nod at her, hoping that she has good intentions since she brought the sharks off of us.
All right. She kind of gestures and says, "It's not far to the air bubbles for your friends."
Oh.
All
How
right.
far is not far?
She says, "Only 50 more feet till there are air bubbles, and then from there will be no rush, I imagine, for you surface levels of the surface dwellers."
Okay. All right.
All right. And now we move to Devilfish. Devilfish kicks a cask down into the water, and it breaks, spilling oil across the surface of the water. Non-flammable, not ignited yet. It seems like he has spent his turn um, going and dragging another cask and knocking it in, trying to fill up the surface of the entire waterway down there with flammable oil. And that is his turn as he is shouting for his men to clear out. And he walks through the flames to see Rarger looking like one of his men or women. And he says, "Tell the boys it's time to light the alleyway."
The alley is lit.
Good. Well
Shall I
done.
light this now?
Do it.
I cast minor illusion and make it look like I the
Ooh, very good use of
water on
illusion.
fire.
Mm-hmm.
Do a deception check with advantage.
1 and
There has
also
to be a
1.
Oh,
there has to
no.
be a reroll there.
You got to reroll on that one.
Please.
You do not want to
Do
be
we have a
caught.
reroll?
You have 10. Yeah, you have 10 rerolls.
And you have
this one.
pleasure as well, don't you?
We've
Oh, good.
used
I
all our
almost
pleasure
threw
up.
up.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
You're just like, this is where I die.
16.
Nice.
Okay.
He kind of looks to you and nods and says,
I got 2 nat 1s in a row. Are you
says,
fucking serious?
"I didn't know you could do magic."
What?
You
Oh, no.
you ignited the alleyway with magic.
Yes, you bestowed it upon me.
Oh no. Do a deception check with disadvantage.
14 and 17 minus plus 3.
Oh no.
14, 15, 17 and 20.
Oh, nice. 20 total. He kind of looks at you and says, "I can't keep track of how many acolytes I've shared the secrets of fire magic too, but consider yourself less of a failure than the others, I suppose.
Oh.
As you say, my lord.
Now, we're splitting up. Make sure that you take care of your assignment. Crits. You're going with this one as he tries to remember your name, and he's like, whoever this one was. And he kind of looks to you and he says, kind of like in a whisper, you've done well. Tonight marks the rise of a whole new order in Farako. Make sure Crisp doesn't get a chance to see it.
Shit. Okay.
And he says, I'll be waiting for you with the other victors of the night underneath the Dawnstar Bridge. Be quick about it. The guards are on their way. They'll see these flames, no doubt. And he strides, kind of dusting what fires are still remaining after he kind of walked through the other flames. And Chris kind of walks up, and this kind of sleeveless wizard robe looking kind of guy says, what did the boss say you got promoted? Nice. Oh man, you're so lucky. Oh, I'm so excited. All right, let's hurry up. Come on, we gotta go. First round's on me. I'll buy you a drink.
Hi.
Okay. Where is he going?
All right. So he's kind of hurrying off down a side street and making sure that you're keeping up with him.
Oh,
You're just full on
he's
ditching
like
us.
a puppy. Okay.
Rude.
Yeah, he's like a kind of a lanky, big-eared kind of guy who's got hands and feet too big for his limbs. As he
What race is he?
he is a furbolg.
Oh, I'm sorry. What?
A furbolg.
Purple.
A furball.
Furbolg. Firbolg.
Okay.
Yeah, you can Google that.
I will.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
All right.
Okay.
At this point, let's see. We go to Mifa. Oh wait, sorry. Yeah, Roger, is that all you want to do? I want to make sure that I don't.
Yeah, I've gotten my assignment.
Okay, cool. All right, Mifa. The oil is starting to spread across the surface of the water pit down here.
How long after did I fall into the water did the mermaid come up?
Right,
Or
6
before
seconds.
or after?
6 seconds after you fell in the water, she popped up and scared away the sharks, or commanded away the sharks, whatever interpretation you
Okay,
have.
so I definitely think it's a good idea to follow her. And who does Azrael still is she still near the, what was it?
She's at the surface with
hobgoblin?
the dwarf in her arms there.
Oh, okay, the dwarf.
And yeah.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go over to her. What is Saracen doing? Did he already go down under the water?
He is kind of looking up at the flame, like the flame illuminated, like where you guys had the room had once been. Like, so he's kind of looking up at the kind of the shaft, I guess you could say, that he had fallen through. And he seems to be in like a state of consternation, focus, shock, disbelief, anger. He's kind of, they can feel his body language. He's seething.
Is Lazuli still there?
She is
Okay.
not too far away.
Lazuli, I think we should grab these guys and follow the mermaid.
Agreed.
but I don't think I can grab like all three of them. So you want to assist me with this?
Yeah, I'll grab one, you grab one, and then we hold the hand of the
Okay.
other one and just go.
I'm pretty strong, so I think I'm gonna actually guide Azrael and the no
The
dwarf.
dwarf, yeah.
I'll hang
dwarf?
on to the dwarf. So if you just lead me.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
We will all link arms and swim happily ever after.
All right. Who's grabbing Saracen?
I'll grab him.
Do a strength athletics check to try and pull him, as he is like almost in a state of just not even perceiving you whatsoever.
Okay. 15. Oh, plus 1, 16.
You pull on him and he doesn't budge, and you're kind of like your hands kind of trying to pull. He's like strangely strong even in water. With your swim speed, he's just there's something just raw, indomitable will that is keeping him there.
Here I thought he would be the easier one.
Right. That's interesting.
Is there, I mean, I'm pretty strong. Is there any way that like I can kind of help drag him along? Or, I mean, I
Yeah.
do recognize that I'm holding a lot of things right now, but
Yeah, you can pass the dwarf to Lazuli.
okay,
I'll take him.
cool.
All right. Lazuli, do you have the unique ability to keep this dwarf alive with breathing air into his mouth
Yes.
while he's unconscious?
I do.
Okay. So as you're swimming, you're basically using like your gills to get oxygenated air to kind of somehow get it
Ooh, that's
into
cool.
him. It basically create bubbles in your mouth, and yeah.
You blowing bubbles to him.
It's cute, I know. I don't tell anyone about it, but it's a cute quirk, okay?
Adorbs.
All right. Azrael, do a strength athletics check. See if you can.
14 plus 7. 21.
21. Yeah, you kind of find him more pliable to your strength as he kind of looks over at you through his mask, his face unreadable as a result of the mask, and he just kind of seems like he finally perceives you, as he was kind of in a trance for a moment.
Cool. I'll drag him along, following the people who know where they're going.
Yeah, he just kind of gives you a nod and holds onto your vambrace or shoulder pauldron as you both swim and dive down after everyone, with your great axe lighting the way for him and you who don't have dark vision perceivably. So in the background, you take one last look and you see a torch land into the oil and ignite the surface of the water, creating this fire and water imprint on everything. A beautiful juxtaposition that is stamped across the entire night of juxtapositions, none more memorable to you than perhaps Saracen and Devilfish, aka Darius. Two juxtapositions that struck a chord. As you follow this innocent fish princess, as the Prince of Gotham stated, down towards air bubbles, where you guys are able to take these air bubbles, these large air bubbles that come off these underwater, almost like barnacles, and you're able to shape them around your head to create a pocket of breathable air, like a scuba helmet. Rargur, you have one more mission left, should you choose to accept it, as you take Crits to his offer of kind of drinks, as he goes to a kind of abandoned fountain and a dark alleyway, as the sound of guards are marching and running on the main streets, and he sits down on the fountain, and he's kind of looking at you quizzically as he's kind of pulling out a flask, and he says, I've been saving this one up for such a night. We're gonna be princes of the underworld.
Does he know anything about Rolf or whatever, the one that worships the sausage god? I mean, if there is, we're talking about the underworld, we're going off into funny alleyways. I don't know. I feel like it's got to help you somehow.
You're muted, by the way, Kelly. I don't know if you knew that.
Well, that being unknown.
You have this natural pause, and he reaches into the fountain and pulls out a copper and says, "Copper for your thoughts? Come on."
Are we doing the right thing? Like, what's his name? Blackfish? Darkfish?
Devilfish.
Devilfish wants to just burn the guards alive.
Oh no, he doesn't want to burn the guards alive. What do you? He just wants to burn the evidence of anything happening of his return.
That's true.
He took out 3 of the biggest players, and well, almost 3. I don't know, maybe at least 2. I don't know exactly what his goal was, but apparently he's got an axe to grind with his big brother.
Don't we all?
Well, that's why I'm doing this, is so I can help pay for my brother's medical bills. So,
Oh
Oh,
no.
jeez.
What happened with your brother?
carriage accident, paralyzed. I'm trying to afford one of those fancy artificer chairs for him. So it's been rough. But I joined Devilfish, and he's promised to make sure that the strong are wealthy and the weak are cold. And well, boy, it's been an adventure.
How do you think it's been going so far?
I mean, did you not see? We kicked ass. We kicked everyone's ass.
That's right.
So we're the strong. Listen, I know he's looking to make some big moves. Whatever is happening at the big ball at the House of Black, I've got a feeling we're gonna rob them blind. And you know what? Better for it. They don't care about us. Like Devilfish said, we're the underdogs, and we're fighting for scraps while the city's elites spit on us and call it rain. And I'm tired of that.
I kind of like just tap my glass to his and be like, what do you think is the next step?
Well, I guess we got to prep for heisting the House Black, get into a vault. I know he's got to find an artificer who can crack any vault. And I think that's the next step.
And I just take my shot as a way of cheers and be like, who's he got in his sights?
I don't know. He doesn't gonna whisper in my ear, "You just got promoted," though, which is really weird because he told me that you had to go, and I'm really sorry. Do Constitution saving throws. You drank poison.
God damn.
I'm really sorry.
Nah.
I don't know you that well. And it was either what is it?
19.
19. It's like I don't know you that well, but it's either me or you, and I got a brother to take care of.
Yeah, he sure does. Where's the fuck is Constitution?
Oh my
Plus
God.
2, 21.
All right, your hobgoblin fortitude. He doesn't know you're a hobgoblin. He thinks you're just a regular person like him. But your hobgoblin toughness, there's something about you that stomachs the poison. You kind of have this upchuck effect that your body regurgitates the poison before the toxins can get into your bloodstream through your stomach wall. You throw up right next to the fountain or in the fountain, and he's kind of going, "I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I was told this would be painless."
Can I cast Phantasmal Force?
Absolutely.
Okay. As I'm curled over,
Mhm.
just like losing my mind because I was caught off guard,
Mhm.
I automatically cast Phantasmal Force, and it becomes the specter of what I imagine his brother probably looks like.
Oh, nice. Oh, I just got
Kind of like
chills.
starting as a
No!
ghost around my body, but
Uh-huh.
becoming larger and larger and larger, also kind of curled over,
You got a nat
and
1. Oh no.
looks up and like kind of like, so it's like
Oh
and just
shit.
looks into his eyes and walks away. And I just,
He staggers back and shouts out in fear. He goes, no, no, oh god. And
then I want to do
mhm.
minor illusion of an earthquake as the image goes away.
All right. Minor illusion only affects a small area, a 5-foot area.
That's fine.
But it could make the fountain look like it's crumbling.
I just need him to think that his immediate area is crumbling.
Okay. He's running. He's running away.
Good.
And that is where we will end.
It wasn't dramatic at all. What are you talking about?
That was amazing.
Damn,
That was such a
Roger.
good use of a second level illusion spell. That was fantastic.
I'm so annoyed that I missed the obvious, like, Joy. He's gonna poison me. I'm just so annoyed that I missed it.
Yeah, so basically, Devilfish had instructed all his members to split into two and instructed them privately to kill each other, making it kind of like a situation that is his philosophy of only the strong should exist. And he's basically kind of culling his numbers here. So
That's crazy.
So each person thought that they were assigned a special job and didn't know the other person was also assigned the special job. Yeah, the Joker was the inspiration for that, but the motive was different. Joker just didn't want any loose ends, which I thought was brilliant because he had an order of operations of people offing each other until he got to him, which was Chef's Kiss. This kind of capitalizes on the more of a anarchist philosophy of you don't need as many people getting caught. Now we need strength after this first move.
Mm.
A good eye on a good reference. Knight of Bloodhaven, absolutely. No, I'm gonna kill the bus driver. Yeah. So, how do you guys feel after that action-packed craziness?
I feel like I need to redeem I'm supposed to be good. And
Well,
I'm doing a lot of reactiveness. I
Mhm.
need to redeem myself next round, I think.
I think you're doing great.
I'm riding the line for sure. Certainly chaotic. I need to find some justifications.
Yeah, being more lawful, I understand. Yeah. So
I need to see a doctor.
Yeah, same. I need to long rest real quick.
I need to find my friends.
Yeah, you guys are on your way to basically the domain of the merfolk in the drowned city, and Rarger is separated. So you guys will get a chance to rest as long as you guys are welcome guests. As
I
otherwise,
hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rarger is separated and also angry.
that's not a good combo.
So we'll try to find our way back to each other, but we're gonna have to find a way.
Well, you have access to the water at the clock tower thing that we all stay at, but
She goes all the way back. We
I
had
can't
to take
swim.
a thing.
yeah, you could call to us, maybe. I don't know.
Send
I
Bastion.
Put a little fish messenger in there.
I still think the people in the sewers are gonna like help you find us.
Well,
You
maybe
did.
yeah,
You
you
did
have
they're
to
gonna help me
basically.
with something.
Critter.
I don't know if it's gonna be to find
Rolf
you,
can
but they're
help
gonna
you
help me
or
with
something.
something.
I
Mhm.
assure you, if you
They
find
certainly
Rolf,
saw me put everybody to sleep, I bet. So we'll see what happens.
Rolf comes back with like a limb.
Yeah.
I found
Oh.
this in the alleyway.
Oh.
Great sausage liver has upgraded to becoming a giver of fingers.
Oh my god.
Finger
It's
licking
5 sausages
good.
in
Oh my
one.
God.
Sausages per hand. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, a ring. You know,
It's finger food.
it's there it is. Kick us off with a spooky season with a finger food joke. Um, all right, you guys. Well done. You guys leveled up. Level 5. This means
Yes.
melee characters get 2 attacks at least per round, which is epic. So when you miss, it's not doesn't hurt so bad. Mifa's gonna get 3 as long as she's frenzying, and our spellcasters are getting 3rd level spells, which is an enormous power spike in this
Yay!
game. So they're gonna wield some more deadly magic. So if you like the
need to
creativity in the
find-
roleplay, stick around.
I need to find some kind of wand or staff or something because I have nothing to center my power.
Yeah, it's weird. You need an arcane focus. That's right. I always forget about that.
But that's okay. Next time maybe.
Yeah. So next time in 2 weeks, for those guys wondering, the frequency of this are we're an every other Tuesday game. If you want to know the rest of our schedule, we have it on our Discord. I have started to do gaming streams in between on the days off. There's no such thing for me. Yeah, this is my life. This is my job. We grinding. But yeah, you can find our next D&D game Thursday. It is the final part of our all barbarian mini campaign that we did.
Oh my
It is
God.
all barbarians were entering a monk tournament of Mortal Kombat, basically.
Wow.
So that is pretty dope. And that's Thursday. And Friday, we have Shadows of Samaria, which is their final battle against the pain demon named Daisy.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's gonna be amazing.
that's honestly, I've been so hyped because I had a buddy of mine who has a job basically writing stat blocks for different publishers, and he helped me write the stat block for this encounter, this battle. So definitely don't miss that if you have a Friday night available to support the crew. So
Yeah.
in the meanwhile, I guess I'll be just gaming tomorrow, probably some Destiny or Mortuary Assistant or Baldur's Gate 3, depending on the mood. If I want to be scared shitless in front of my people, it'll be Mortuary Assistant. There's like a scene with me being like jump scared and just being like, yeah, totally cool, fine, it's great.
Psych.
Yeah. Anyway, let's cheers out. What we do here at Skull for Initiative is we grab a beverage of any kind as long as it has something in it. And we are going to cheers for something we are grateful for. For me, it's the fact that you guys have people in your lives that come and support you by popping in a chat. And I'm grateful that they stick around, and that's quite a commitment. So you got good people in your lives if you have that. So